gives us.
We're going to start with unstable portals. All right. Then we got this. Where is Cabgen? There she is.
That's me.
As you.
You are the drop
Gonna
leader.
knock. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Alright, there we go.
Perfect.
Done. Oh, it randomed me into Tetra. Okay.
Nice. I think
Have you been playing any games recently, Magical?
I played some actually last night. I played some with I was playing some with Snarfsky, and I was playing some with Get Bebonked. Which was a lot of fun. Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that.
What happened?
Oh, you gotta enable the shared chat.
Oh, true.
Okay. That way we can see each other's chat.
What in the heck is going on here? There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Hunter.
Perfect.
Alright, we're randoming again. Let's see what it gives us
Let's
this
see.
time.
Tetra. Oh, Hudson!
Oh, Buddy!
Buddy!
You are the drop leader.
There he is, in
There's
all of
the
his
big-
glory.
The big boy himself. Alrighty. I am ready for the spaghetti. I hope you are too, Kaya. It's been a bit since you and I have gotten to cast together. How have your impressions of 1.0 been while casting some of these games for a lot of these training ground games?
Well, the training grounds and even the scrims the other day, and even the scrims we had in the first couple days, it's just constant bloodbath. The games are like much lower resource, so teams are much more incentivized to fight, and there's no more power users, so vaults are like not really super important a lot of the time.
True. Very, very true. I have noticed that there is a disparity depending on the region, depending on the games as well. That we'll see certain regions be more willing to fight earlier on. Like NA, I feel like from the games I've seen so far, they are very bloody early on. However, EU, not necessarily as much as you'd think. They are a little bit more calculated when it comes to a lot of these games and how they're kind of positioning for themselves. So I want to see, going into this one, especially looking at the different hunters. Wait, did they ban Wukong and Tetra today?
I think so. I think Wukong's ban all games, and then Tetra's ban all games as well.
No! I wanted to see Tetra. Boo.
I know Lemur's been working really hard on the Tetra, so...
I understand, though, the Wukong ban. That went 100% justified, in my opinion. I think that Wukong is just a little bit too much and does make a lot of these scrims. Oh, no, neither are banned first three. Oh, okay, interesting. So neither are banned first three. It's going to be the last three that they're banned. So we'll have to look at more teams. T-Shiv. I'm also surprised Shiv actually is not one that's getting banned. But I'm not really seeing too many teams grabbing that. Maybe because they are anticipating the ban later on. So they'd much rather be more practice on. Yeah, okay, so see a couple teams still playing it. So Spooply here for Ga is going to be playing Wukong, while USB, I do see a Tetra, so we actually do get our answer. Deneth is taking a little bit of damage, but they got the level 2 with Vice Marinera. Getting to be careful with how low he is, and over the abyss. The Volcanic Crusher did not land, and now they are separated in the fight. USB in a bad spot as Aphios can look to execute this team with a nice spike, and USB, our first one, eliminated.
Wow, that was just so much aggression from Ga there. Like, even though they lost the level 2 on that camp, they just kept pushing forward. I know Seori and Aphios got so much damage on them, like chip damage, when they were taking the camp. Makes sense that they committed to that.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. The only thing is I thought USB got level 2 first. So there was that potential for them to play overly aggressive, to try to utilize that slight experience lead. But the moment one goes down, it's all over. Because now the experience lead you once held is gone, and you are scattered. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't even get out of there. They had hard committed in Enshrine, so they're gonna have to wait until game 2.
Yep. Now this is a scary sight right here. BAP, completely uncontested Coldfang drop with legendaries in Coldfang.
Yeah. More
They're
teams
gonna be able to get all of their relics as well because of the Cold Fang.
More
money.
teams need to be willing to contest teams at Coldfang. Earlier, watching EU, we had 3 little pigs constantly going for Coldfang, and only one team was ever trying to contest them, and that was our French caster team. Minato had the crispy baguettes. They were always trying to fight them, but it was not necessarily going the best for them, let's just say.
Yeah, I know that Cold Fang has been like extremely prevalent in the meta so far in 1.0. Like if you can get Cold Fang and basically secure like the majority of the money, you can get all of your equipment and your double perks and then your double relics and then even some of your perks like on day 1, which is kind of crazy because builds now are a lot more expensive overall in total gold value than they used to be.
Mm-hmm. I also like Hypno Daddy saying the favorite sound when someone gets knocked out. Guh! Is that what we gotta say when Guh gets knocked out? We just go, Guh! Guh!
Gah.
Guh!
seems like a good idea to me.
I completely agree, but let's look at how the teams are now kind of forming across the breach. Guh! Here in the north, trying to farm up just a little bit. I feel like just a moment ago, they were down south. They were warm in the desert. Now they're freezing their butt ups in Shards of Fate. Probably took one of those unstable portals to get all the way up there.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be near Dog here. Wonder if Jetski's gonna scout out. I know he probably hears Spooply LMBing around up there. Monkeying around, as it were.
Monkey see, monkey do, right? Always like I like the work in that or the see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. As right now they've got to be able to take down the evil dog, but Jetski was able to use the chain to get back with Mirror Vigil. Spooply threatening going further, deciding better against it. Even though they got initial damage onto Jetski, blue armor not going to be easy for them to actually take down quickly.
Wow, and these ghosts up here in Shards are just like super contested. Each team getting 1 ghost camp for themselves, but only 10 having 2 double 7s so far.
Uh-oh, go. Careful, TNN. Back on Eva. It's been a bit since I've seen TNN on Eva. Probably one of the few players that is still willing to play her despite the state that she currently resides. While 10 now have to deal with Dog, who've decided to enter into this dog fight. Chains connected, not going to get the dunk onto them. They got the damage. TNN trying to heal them up with the Orbs of Argus. What RTK is on the other side. Slice, spike grenade, stun, over the abyss, alive, but still, they find Mirror Vigil down on the west side, so Dog will have to take a northern retreat to get out of there. Well, my dog also is barking and getting very into it.
I know, I was gonna say he's turning them on in the background right now.
Elfie, why are you looking?
Fresh armor's picked up for Dog as well.
Uh-oh,
RTK
Chains.
manages to hop on.
And Dog right now with a spike grenade. Lose Tsunami, which means only Jetski. Running far away to lands unseen.
Looks like some stuff going on down here in Wraiths as well. Gah! There they are!
Gut, isn't me or Gut everywhere? They're literally in every part of the map. We've seen them now in a 3rd different biome, though they are losing already. Chiv is gone, and the monkey tries to see if he can get away, but a nice tree prison had locked them in for a long time. Now maybe even with the Dragon Slam, not gonna connect. The Big Daddy runs back with Run.
My goodness, that was a pretty decisive fight, and Gud just like ran out almost immediately. But I don't really blame them. They got kind of rolled on by the Shiv Fusillade there.
Took a little bit too much. Took a little bit too much damage to start it off as. Yeah, as you're talking about, it seems that 10 now in an awkward spot. A nice use of both Sinner's Embrace and Beckon for TNN to get over the abyss and away from the fight, but lost RTK for it. So gonna purely farm up. Has got that respawn beacon up north that Dylan's already on.
Holy moly, heart. Or not heart, I guess.
Hypno Daddy's like,
outside of Anchor.
I just like Hypno Daddy's like, I thought you'd just call me Big Daddy. No, you're the Big Daddy. That's what it says in game, so we gotta call you the Big Daddy. A Spade jumping forward, a nice blink, but Fusillade for Fusillade, pumping out damage at each other. Then Run on the other side, Lodge with a second win to take down Spooply. Trying to spin to win. Vortex Charm not gonna land on a Pine. Bap. Have gotten over towards Mage Bog. Well, we see Run and the Big Daddy. We're ready for BAP to try to re-engage.
Aphios manages to escape out down to the south here, looks like, but uh-oh. Wondering if Int smells him down here.
Can they smell them through? You know, bogs are usually pretty stinky, so I don't know if you're going to be able to smell them too easily.
They're detained. They're detained by BAP.
Yes. Ints are here. Protofo might be able to save him. Talkie. Is it fast enough to keep up with the Sky Shark? But not when you crash it before you even get there. Thankfully, it had already exploded as well. To both sides, not really getting too much. Full bore sent out. Pine looking to land a lot of those shots from far away.
Enemy Oracle is scanning.
Pine has so much threat.
Yeah.
He stared down 3 members, was completely isolated for a moment, but they didn't really have any option to fully commit on him since the Tonk already came out.
It's that aura from Pine, right? He's got the aura. You see the Rummel's hover wings now, Lemur's hover wings, however you want to call it, as well as stasis. So both defensive tools that can give even more levity over towards Pine to get out of sticky situations. I think a lot of teams are going to look at that and be like, unless we know that we can stay on top of him for a very long time, we're just going to let him have the area.
Tightening.
Oh, Snarf looking for the grappling gauge there. Not quite connecting.
Getting close, though. And so all teams outside of our 2 that got eliminated earlier on, I mean, some time to wait it out. Junani on top of a Sky Shark that almost blew, and Aphios, the last one left for Gah, about to say Gah, because they are eliminated our 10th place team.
Enemy Oracle on
Good, indeed. They go out. It was a really nice dodge from Aphios from the ion cannon from Tsunami, but
Oh!
takes the dagger back through the portal. Just
Just-
wanting to scout.
Scouts out, goes, wait a minute, never mind, going back with the rest of the team. What does FRK stand for, actually? I didn't get that one beforehand. We'll have to put that on pause, because right now Mirror Vigil, Order losing their life. Jesky attempted to dunk, does get B-bonked. Well, different fights are happening simultaneously. Sarfsky on that respawn beacon might be able to save the day, getting rid of Jetski off of Lollipop, but now that Tsunani's re-engaged, they got the damage onto the Felix with a nice dunk to slam down the Bush Goblins and popping them as they are eliminated at 9th place.
Wow, that was a really nice split into 1v1s and then regrouping together earlier just to get more threat on that fight. Very well played team fight from Dog.
Agreed, and now they're in a really good position being able to loot up a lot of that. They see Protofo alone, an easy target. Goodbye, Bebo. Even more gifted over to Dog.
You know, they were in a position of poverty earlier, but things are looking up for him now.
Yes, they are. And that's something that I was talking with Samiri before about, is that you can start off with these poverty runs, but all you have to do is third party one fight, you're back in the game. A lot of these snowball positions that sometimes teams get themselves into can immediately be taken away just by another team showing up to a fight, even if you think you're the powerful team. Like right here, 10 feel like they're going to be the weakened team running right at them. Sinners embrace onto the Big Daddy. He's got a shield and tries to go for the perch with the Dragon Slam, missing that one with the crown onto RTK, leaving DNN alone. Only one can survive. RTK hoping to be that one that can bring back the team. While we see more fighting down south. RTK on the Sky Shark, just running right through everything. While we see how more teams are stacking up against one another. Does RTK want to try to fight against a fully kitted BAP? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's gonna probably try to play down towards the South Island now that he's spotted out most of the teams in the lobby driving around. I think he has a decent idea of where he can be playing on the map that's pretty safe. Oh, gonna go for the Death Box res as well all the way down here.
Might be able to get
I like
at least
that.
one of them. So we did see on the kill feed, FRK, the team I wasn't sure what the acronym stood for, did get eliminated just now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so unfortunately, eliminated off screen. I think it was just a straggler that had survived from a previous fight, was found lurking, ratting. Now, Dog versus BAP. BAP, he might not have been a part of many fights, but they are looking like the powerful team. Dog, who have been beating a lot of them, they do get a nice bounce back there, surviving against the full force of BAP. But they got to be careful. They got to heal back up and try to go for round 2.
Yeah, that ult from Spades there was crazy. Hit like 5 chain shift LMBs in a row.
Almost thought for a second he was about to 1v3. But here we go, back to Dog. A dog-eat-dog world as they look to see if they can eat, run, but run. Absorb the pressure, making sure that Dog cannot chase them down anymore. Dog are even if they're playing aggressively, they've got a lot of the momentum that's been carrying them to this point. You can only coin flip for so long before things start playing against you. And right now, with 3 teams all up here, we have Lit and Run hanging out with Dog. Could have gotten dangerous for them. I think that's why they decided to turn tail and not even look for that. Instead, they're looking to see if they can chase down RTK and 10. We've been able to get the revive. No more crown for RTK means the team had been revived at one point, but I think they're still down TNN, who just got killed off by CMT.
Yep, CMT were there to capitalize as soon as that crown went off, and it looks like instantly taking down TNN. Hopefully they'll be able to find some kind of respawn angle to get TNN back in again, though.
Yeah, but this is an
Still
interesting...
at least one beacon in the circle.
Yeah, I was just about to say, very interesting circle, because we got the beacon there. We got a couple of outposts, too, and now Amorius with use a lot from Flame Dab, destroying Dog, as they grab a crown immediately. Tsunani separated from Jetski, putting down a jump pad. Might have a way out of this one, but you got to get over to where Jetski is, and like we talked about, there's that respawn beacon we hear down south. I think... I'm not sure who's on it yet. Tsunani, I don't know how the board hit that one. That was a little awkward. But it does actually still mean that Tsunani is alive.
Looks like Jetski's up here capping this camp solo. Everybody's pretty split up playing in their own respective corners right now, but it looks like everybody's kind of converging down here. Bottom right-hand corner where BAP is.
10 had tried to go for a revive. That's what we heard earlier. And BAP immediately pounds with a crash cart, taking down the kill onto RTK. Alas, RTK is gone. And, ooh, Gnarled Heart has been placed.
I'm going to guess that it was these guys up here.
Let's see. Do we see it? Where is it?
Where is it?
Where is it?
Okay, if it wasn't these guys, then I'm gonna guess maybe it was somewhere.
Yeah, maybe over here.
Where?
CMT. Yeah, there it is. CMT.
There it is.
Okay. We were wondering, like, all right, where are we going after this? So CMT, the team, another one that's been pretty calm throughout it all, placing down a very defensive Gnarled Heart that's going to force a lot of teams into their territory that is well owned and well occupied. The teams that are struggling, one of them is down
They
in
lost
that.
Spades.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there with Spades, but Spades got lost. Whoa! Right now, run into BAP as Pine just a nice kick flip onto the Sky Shark, looking fancy. It's one of those like action movies, right, where you jump over the hood of the car, slide in, and are able to get right into the driver's seat.
Looks like Jetski went for a pretty big engage here, but Lemur doing the same on the opposite side. Uh-oh.
Nice card, and then a second win on a mirror visual. Jetski. Seems like we've seen this before for Dog. Gonna be the lone survivor for Dog. Hoping to be able to find themselves homeward bound in any direction, but with a minute and 30 left on that crown, it's gonna be quite some time, and there's still a lot of teams.
Uh-oh. What happened to height?
It feels like every time we look back at BAP, someone's gone.
They've lost someone again. Oh, no.
First Spade, now Height. Now it's going to be Pine, because that emergency platform's not long for this world, and I don't think he's got a base camp in that inventory, while Dylan has been ratting right behind, snuck his way past CMT's lines.
He's hiding right next to the Gnarled Heart. This is excellent defense for Dylan. You
Would
could rat here for a while.
Would anyone suspect it?
No, I don't think so, because they probably don't even realize that anybody was ever behind them. They're protecting this bottom half down here so well.
That could be the ultimate play. If a crown spawns really close to Dylan, that's just the game saying we want you to have that absolutely godlike clip.
Oh,
no.
Oh no, Pine went through the portal!
Oh, that must be what happened! Oh
my God,
they probably
too.
went into the portal and then found Lit on the other side. You were just like, oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy.
Delicious, yummy. Uh-oh, he's been found out.
Dylan, no! Our hero, he's gone! No way out of that one is Lit are gonna take him down. And with CMT still around up against Lit, but Lit keeping themselves strong on the other side. A nice Dragon Slam onto Lemur, but he'll be fine. Pretty tanky, pretty healthy. Jetski flying on right by with Run, looking for the Dragon Slam themselves, but guess what? Jetski had brought back up the team already on the other side. So they have another way to fight, but Lit might look to separate. A spike grenade onto Tsunami. Arcane Railgun with the summon napalm on the position that Tsunami had, sending in Jet Ski really aggressively. Then Run, waiting for their own moment to attack. Looking for a nice slam. It's Jet Ski. The hero is gone for Dog. There's an anomaly below them. But do they even want to take that to go onto territory owned by Run? They had the spike grenade. Mirror Vigil now has been separated. Tsunami looked for another stun, but Run easily running that avenue.
Oh, will he be able to find the one little spot right outside of the base camp vision up there? I wonder how long that's gonna last, though.
Dylan tried before, and Mirror Vigil, it'll be his attempt this time around to be the rat, to survive through thick and thin. 4 teams left. Where are some of our crowns? There's devastating.
All the way down
yeah.
here, right in CMT territory, straight through 3 teams.
All right, Kaya, you're a Mirror Vigil. What do you do to get back into this game?
I think I just wait here until everyone else starts fighting. But, like, he's also got very little options as to where he can run right now. I don't even, like, maybe you phase walk through, I don't know. This is gonna be rough.
I'm watching it. There's the phase walk.
Nope. Oh,
Spotted out. They know. They know. E-plat. But that's not safety for you, Mirror Vigil. Run have also noticed that you're there. They've already put down the dagger with the summon napalm. An easy spike. It's Rich who steals it away, confirming the wipe on to Tog.
And back, meanwhile, down here, CMT, just chilling, hanging out. Pamu standing on a tree next to the gnarled heart. They're sitting pretty right now.
They have literally been having just a vacation of a time. It has been them chilling out and, like, you know, it's nice to go and see the snow for the winter. Being someone from California myself, we never have a white winter or a white Christmas. So I can understand wanting to see that every once in a while.
They're dreaming of a white Christmas. They've received their dream.
But will Santa be delivering to them? That's not the gift they really want to get coming down the chimney. A nuclear bomb onto their home. Now they will be homeless, but they still at least have heart left in it, right? A gnarled heart.
Yeah, true. The home is where the heart is, after all.
Okay, Kaya, we are dangerous for having way too much fun with these jokes.
I'm sure everyone's going to absolutely love the sheer volume of puns that's coming out of us right now.
You can say that we run this town, right? It's very lit in here. I don't know a good one with CMT. I have nothing there.
Fishy in a fish tank? I don't know.
Yes.
Something.
It's like shooting fishy in a fish tank, but instead of a fish tank, it's a barrel. And then there's also monkeys in a barrel. We are really stretching now. Anyway.
I know, well, they're not really giving us much to work with right now. Everybody's just waiting, poking, prodding, waiting for whoever is going to send it first. And I'm wondering how long this circle has to close before we're going to...
Another nuke? Look, the base camp's already gone, guys. You're not doing anything by doing that. Maybe they can work with another team summoning Napalm, but it's a Dragon Slam. Finally, action breaks out. Dragon Slam on the other side, but Lodge is the one taking a lot of damage with the second one nearly taking him out. This gives time for Lit on the other side. B-bomb to connect. Jump pad placed down. CMT, they try to jump up in the air, but they're not going to be able to get the Dragon Slam. They're in a terrible position because another nuke has been launched. It's Run looking for it. Dragon Slam on the E-plat. Not finding enough damage onto Lodge, while Lit have now pushed on to Run. The Big Daddy looking to be a huge daddy there! Absolutely crushing Lit with that slam! Now it's just Run and CMT left.
That was like all 5 spears from the clones, or all 5 of the staffs slammed down directly on his head. I'd have a headache after that one.
Me too. Another slam attempted. Not gonna get it as they've got the damage onto Lodge. As CMT, Flame Dev try to chase down, but Lodge takes him down despite it. Vortex Charm! The combo! Lodge looking to win this, but Pamu with a slam on top of him has finally defeated Lodge. While we got Big Daddy taking down Fishy in a fish tank. Pamu with the crown up against 3 of Run. Dragon Slam trying to interrupt the revive, but Lodge back on his feet. It's only a Monkey King looking to regain his kingdom up against Run. Another Dragon Slam, but the Dragon Slam from the Big Daddy far bigger, winning the game.
Oh man, I don't think they would have won that fight without Lod's like absolutely like almost
Huge.
1v3ing there. The solo kill onto Flame Dave and then the double vortex charm stun into Palm Moon Fishy and a fish tank, and wow. That was light work, I guess.
And also I hope I say your name right. Ayam's coming in from YouTube. What's up? Just in time for breakfast. Love it. Hope you're enjoying the games. And wow, that was quite the end game. Gotta say, Kaya. I like Hypno Daddy saying these puns are criminal. We were having a lot of fun with those puns. I'm not gonna lie.
It's true. It's true. I wouldn't have had nearly as much fun if we didn't start spewing all those puns out.
I mean, it did get boring there for a bit. At least the last fight really did like pop off for us, so we had a lot of fun with that one. But they were just, it was the good, the bad, the ugly stare down for a while. They were all looking at each other like, okay, who makes the first move? I love you.
And that's, I mean, I guess when you get down to just 3 teams in that small of a circle, that's really like all it comes down to is it's just like it's all a game of push and pull. Who's gonna end up in the middle, and how are we gonna wrap this team into the other team? You know.
Very true. It's like 3 a.m. is too early for these kind of puns. Is it too early? Is it too late? Is it just in time? That's what I like to think with the puns. And what's up, Flo? Welcome in. We had a good game one. Good game one. Oh, where's my phone? Oh, my phone's alarm's going off. Whew. So now, what is our next storm shift?
I'm not sure yet. Let me restart the stream
Okay.
just super quick, just to make sure I don't have any audio issues this game.
Sounds bueno.
Alright, let's take a look here.
I just realized we only have 11 teams. I thought we had 12 teams.
Select
Okay.
your hunter.
We got a random again.
And we got Twisters. Okay, Twisters is going to be our storm ship. Choo-choo. Not yet, Flo. Not yet. I got the whistle ready, but it's not going to be our choo-choo train moment just yet. Actually, I wonder. Yams, you could probably answer this. Can you see? No, I doubt it. You probably can't see those emotes on YouTube. Yo, Rupa with the follow as well. Also, Apriat gave a follow earlier. I didn't. Repriat. There you go. Saying the name right.
You are the drop leader.
Rupa. How's it going?
Oh, we got Tetra again.
Yo, let's go. Tetra time. Come on, I want to see more teams playing Tetra. Like, one, because it is great to, to have more casting moments of Tetra when you have a new hunter to post for TikTok and YouTube. But also because she's interesting. I don't think she's overpowered, but she is strong.
She is definitely strong. I saw Tetra like one shot like 3 people earlier.
Yes. Yes.
She's got lots of burst potential, and so oh my god, her walls are so annoying. They're so annoying.
And yes, Hypno Daddy did make the choo-choo graphics, and also is very good and very talented at making a lot of these things. So once I have money, I would love to be able to actually pay Hypno Daddy to do more things around here. But that'll be down the road, you know. As we get on to the breach off of the road, we are now here for game 2. Twisters is going to be our storm shift, and we are having some very funky circles here. We got another drop here that is going way over Wraith's Row. So a couple teams already fighting in Academy the moment they spawn. Glass getting burned alive by FRK. Tries to grab a book, but the book is not going to save you. It's only kindling to the fire.
Wow. I mean, it though doing a great job of just letting Glass go down and trying to deny as many camps and even maybe some books if they can. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that one, Stealth Ninja.
You wanted it. He is level 5. Can be difficult. Nice bomb from Game Over, but couldn't actually get the spike onto Stealth Ninja, who missed his own pull. Sending out more B-bombs. Stealth Ninja really wants this, though. Primal Slam. Has damage, has Protofo behind them. A 2v3 not looking too keen, and now the Glass is back on his feet. He's only level 1. He's not going to be able to bring up enough assistance for the team. That's why Protofo who's been separated from the rest of the team, has to try to go north of Academy, but they are on the hunt. These fragmented isles not going to be playful for you unless you can get a dunk. Doesn't find it, so Int down a player again.
Yeah, it's a really hard position to be in as Bebo at level 3. You can't really outrun almost anyone.
Not one bit. It is rough. Pretty much as Bebo, you are looking to fight, and that's it. You fight, and if you're able to get away, then you put up platforms and you stay far away from anybody.
That's true, that's true. I think, looks like they have a lot of chance for recovery down here in Gridlock, though. There's almost full camps still available down here for them. Looks like, yeah, Glass and Protophobe both got level 4 now, at least, but might have to play down the machine for some more farm if that's still available as well, I guess. Now everybody's kind of in their chill state right now.
Yeah. The early fights, they've happened. People now going, yeah, we'd rather farm up. We need our relics. We need our gear. No one, though, this is something that we saw. Again, it was Three Little Pigs who did this. But nobody took a Sky Shark and went straight for Cold Fang, even when it was in the circle here. Oh, in the storm. In EU, we saw multiple teams still willing to go all the way to Cold Fang purely to get all that gold because of how fast it accelerates you when it comes to those relics.
Yeah, I know that, like, in solo queue, that's been kind of my strategy recently, too. Is, like, even if it's in Storm, I literally take a Sky Shark to Cold Fang and just go get all that money. Go get all my relics from the relic shop.
Exactly, because it's such a powerful tool having that acceleration of your mid-game, where instead of having to just farm up, yeah, you want some of the experience, but now you've got all your relics already. You got the grips, you got the kicks, you're kitted out. In my early game shopping era, Hypno Daddy hit the nail on the head with that one.
In my early game shopping era. True, true.
I mean, it's facts. It's facts.
Factual statements. We did see BAP again, once again with the triple gold armor this game. It looks like, I don't know if they were for sure uncontested since we were watching that action happen in Academy earlier, but it was kind of looking like they got the gold uncontested.
We're about to see some purchases made by CMT, but not fully. Nice fishy in the fish tank with the Dragon Slam combo. USB! They've been unplugged as they have been absolutely red. Barely getting back into the storm, but that damage that came through from Wukong. And they are keeping their position. Palmu with another Dragon Slam being charged up. Does he want it? He looks for the easy target. Tetra gone. Next one, Spicy Marinara locked and loaded as they can remove USB again. First team eliminated.
You know, I do have to say, though, the wall placed there from the Tetra on USB, blocking that second win, very, very good reaction time. On the same side of the coin, though, CMT, the way they rotated and the way they caged them in, cutting off their exit from the storm there, though, very, very smart. Very well played.
I feel bad for USB on that one because I saw what they were going for. They get to that outpost, they buy those relics, and they are the team that are in the same position that CMT were in. Tragically, CMT were there a good 10 seconds before them. It was pretty much they needed a little bit faster of a rotation, and that is it. And they would have been the team winning. They would have been the team getting rid of CMT, but alas, that's not how it always works.
What happened with that Wukong ult there from Hazakon?
Didn't happen.
Maybe there
Didn't
was...
happen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep,
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. We ignore
Avert our eyes.
Avert
our eyes.
Avert. It's like when I was playing last night with Bebonk and Snarfskis. I definitely did misclick my ult several times. Delping.
I think that happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Just occasionally the finger finds its way to somewhere it shouldn't be on your keyboard, and, well, you know.
Here we go, Lit. Actually getting pummeled there by Palmu. Lemur over the abyss, but he is heating up. Need it not get the frozen tundra below him. Barely puts it back up, and Palmu saw that Lemur now in a jet stream. Maybe having that hope with a Tonk to get out of there. Could spike him back, but he is about to overheat again. Lemur doing a good job of trying to stay away from CMT, but as we talked about before, Bebo That's a hard time of truly staying away from a lot of hunters. There, Lemur shows off the mechanics that you can have with a lot of practice.
I know. Not even having to blow the tonk tonk. That's so huge for him.
I was expecting the tonk tonk to get used a lot earlier. And then he recalls, rejoins with the team, and unfortunately has to be on the run again.
Yeah, unfortunately for heals.
Oh no, Lemur! The tragedy of Lemur. Well, Krillo does at least make sure they get retribution onto Flame. That Bap might help out and say, we will avenge you, Lemur. Taking 2 down of CMT. Only Fishy in a fish tank, I think, being the one that was able to get out alive.
Wait a minute, this is a reversal. We have Pine on the ship, and now Spades is on Myth.
Huh?
I was like, huh? Wait, why is Pine? Oh, that's Pine.
Yeah, that's a big home moment right there. Let's look at the Bush Goblins and 10. Bush Goblins, they've got gold armor on the B-Bonk, and a Sky Shark about to blow. Lollipop's already been taken down. They got the damage on the TNN. 1-for-1 trade. A lot of whips hopping around, but which one do they want to hunt for? Well, guess what? You don't get to choose because God here to try to intervene. They've separated 10. They've sent, I think, Dylan up in the north, RTK down in the south, and Bush Goblin try to fight again with Snarfsky. This time in the one that's taken down. B-Bonk tries to keep him at bay. Has a way yet. Tonk Tonk. Never used by being bogged before, so a good escape tool for the team.
Yeah, and I mean, 10 really got out kind of scot-free there, even though they did lose 1 member. RTK wisely not touching their S beacon yet, but will be found out by Aphios, it looks like.
Chasing him off that respawn beacon, and RTK is playing Jhin. I do like seeing it. So rare do we get to see many Jhin players. It'll be a lot of fun to see how they're going. And gonna pilot that. Unfortunately, I don't think we got to see much of it last time because 10 were on that poverty run. I do want to just give a huge shout out to Mr. Sue for those that don't know. Saying hi from YouTube. Huge in the Asia Pacific region who's been helping out a lot with organizing games there. Doing kind of essentially what we're doing here in NA and for EU. Absolutely amazing person. Very sweet human being. So absolute love to you, Mr. Sue.
We love organizers. They make what we do possible.
Without it, I don't get to yell at video games. Kaya doesn't get to yell at video games. Or the players don't get to absolutely murder one another with another fight here in the north for the Bush Goblins. B-Bonked, leaving Snarfsky alone. Well, Jetski looking for the dunk on a B-Bonked. Dunking on the heads.
No more monkeys monkeying on the bed.
One fell off and bonked his head as the Bush Goblins are gone. As Dog now fight against Gus. Booply, good perch to get over the wall and hop around the trees. But Dog are still in pursuit. Spooply with another Dragon Slam. He is slammed down as well, and we saw there's already the wraparound for the Dogs. They're using pack mentalities to try to chase down Gub, but Gub are playing wisely with getting out of this one. Trying to use that Dragon Slam to stun him in place. While we see Run, the Big Daddy, separating, he's mantling, but you didn't want to be there, Big Daddy. Jetski easily dunking him too.
Jetski's just on a dunking spree right now. That was like the 3rd one in a row, I think.
It was. He was getting a lot of dunks for free. So now, despite all of it, Dylan is still alive. Looking for that respawn in Academy. Ooh. Gonna take a lot of damage for it, and then has to go under the wall with the team in order to get out. Even with the rings, I'm kind of looking at this one as not necessarily the best look for 10.
I know, now they have to play into the loving arms of FRK down here.
Meep.
They get spotted out?
That's game over here, FRK. Setting themselves up with Frozen Zeeps. Also, Pisces Paladin. What's up? I still haven't been able to watch that bot. I will try to later tonight. And Sans the Dog. I think it's over in your channel, so hello.
Uh-oh, CMT did lose Fishy in a fish tank.
Yeah, but you can always go to Petco and buy more. So it's okay.
True.
And I think that's what they're trying to do right now. Yeah, they're just trying to see if they can get the money a little earlier there with that crown, but at least 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. While Rich holding on to their crown here by the Jetstream. Lemur sending out for some Frozen Zeeps, getting the rings to stay a little bit under heat. Back over to Krillo.
Level 7 for Lemur on day 4. That's rough.
Wait. Do they pull the trigger? Do they look for it? No, they don't. They let him go.
Somebody's pulling the trigger up here, though, it looks like.
Yeah, 10 actually have been able to get themselves some decent gear. I'm not quite sure how they've gotten themselves all the way back into this position. I mean, been down to just Dylan, who revived them in Academy. Yet they are back on their feet. FRK sending out the flight of the Firefox. Well, game over. Tries to bat away Lit. Lemur still level 7. So far behind for the team. I don't know what they could really do to get back into this game outside of finding a miracle snipe here on a Tsunami as 10 are chasing him. They've already got the platforms put down. A nice spike grenade gets lit off of the frozen platforms they created. Tsunami will survive. Jet ski is still somewhere else for Dog, but they have had the pack separated.
I know Jetski, I think, went south and was going to scout and see what was going on between Lit and the team that was rotating to the right here, but then when they separated, it looks like Miri and Tsunami took aggro from a couple of the teams up north there.
Sorry, I'm so curious, like, what Lit's plan here is. They're still 9 and 7.
And then, of course, Amorius spawns on top of them.
Exactly! I'm glad you noticed, too. I'm like, what do you do here with that kind of knowledge? Nukes are launched at it. Can they even try to steal it with the people? No, it doesn't go their way, so they still are going to be so far behind.
I wonder who got that. I think BAP got it. At least based on their level.
Yeah.
The storm is closing.
So BAP was able to get that, and now Dog in a fight. They put a respawn beacon down. They were looking for a dunk, but Miravidual is on the run away from Int, getting damage on the other side with a rain of arrows to cut off a chase from Int. But BAP are still in a position where they can punish Miravidual. Int have been holding the line at the respawn beacon. Not going to give anything over to Dog, but Dog, they just hop on that chest and then see CMT pushing towards them, utilizing BAP on the other side, but it's going to be a Dragon Slam to eliminate Dog.
Oh, unfortunate. They got caught out there in the abyss. No land except for this tiny little sliver down here. Couldn't really play for it.
No. I mean, I'm more just kind of curious with this game. We're seeing some teams successfully rat, such as Lit, like how in the world are they still alive? But other teams, like what we just saw from Dog, couldn't find a good position and weren't able to get themselves out of there. And now, with what? We have 8 teams still alive. A dunk on the one player of CMT fishing in a fish tank. But still, there are positions that teams can hold inside of the circle and look to find those dunks. It is the dunk meta, Kaya.
It is, and this last circle we have, or at least this one that players are moving out of now, has so much abyss and only like 1 or 2 islands in the actual circle. So these rotations are deadly.
A grabby from Stealth Ninja nearly catching CMT. They are still alive and are true underdog story here, which is unusual to say with Lemur, being one of the most winning players here in NA. Just hoping to keep the team going. Well, 10 fight against Ga, and Ga gonna feel the pain as Spooply finds his way to stealthily get towards Appius, but the Big Daddy with a big stick there thwacking Spooply. Well, Spooply might have been able to resurrect Appius, who uses a grappling squid to get them all the way on the other side. We did see a team finally fall. Wasn't sure which team it was that got eliminated, but Run are looking for Ga. No armor to be seen. No path back onto the island, taking long routes around, and they are heating up. They don't really have much. Thankfully, that emergency platform just in time.
Our redemption arc? I see potential here. I'm seeing a Tonk in Lemur's future.
There's no way. There's no way. He looked for it. He was trying to get it. Now Appius punting back Lemur, missing the blast off. The devastation for Gauze. Now the purge platform from Spooply. Carrillo hunting him. They might have just gotten themselves back in this game.
I mean, they at least got level 9 on Lemur now, so that's something. Level 11 on Carrillo. 2 levels, let's go. Oh, Spooply, wait, can they pick up this kill on Spooply?
Yeah, they're looking for him. He sent out the 6 monkeys. Quintuple monkeys on the field, but now with the jet stream, Spooply's about to overheat. He goes right through the thick of it all. Nobody noticing him just yet. They have see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, as he was able to get right around everybody. But Palmu, is he going to be as fortunate? He is still alive, and we see that Dylan was taken down. There's going to be a trade of 1-for-1 from FRK and 10 with another dunk attempted onto RTK, but it was already on land. Tonk Tonk, game over. Dragging him into the storm with the B-bomb. Dragon Slam, RTK! He's going crazy! Has Zucker on! You can't get out of this one! RTK popping off with Jin!
And they have a nice little res beacon here to get their last teammate back as well. Spooply looking down, but he's last. Can't contest that by himself.
Now 10 back once more for another round. We see CMT Dragon Slam from the Big Daddy missing the Monkey King. But Palmu grabs his own crown. And who's putting Prisma in? Who's trying to get some more armor for themselves? I'm wondering what's going on.
It looks like Int depositing their Prisma, which I do find interesting.
If you're gonna do this, yeah, there you go. Get in a no one's gonna believe it. Actually, no one's gonna believe it in general. See, like they saw it immediately, like, yeah, that's not happening. Go!
Oh no, Go! What happened to Go?
I'm not sure, but just go. Yeah, they're gone, and now 5 teams, Kaya. But all
Palmu got his crown off.
Wait! Lit! Look at them!
Wait!
They're all there!
Oh my God, wait!
They're all alive! It's a miracle! They're here, but now Int getting chased down by CMT. Tonk Tonk defensively, staying on the outskirts. Well, we did see a dunk and a slam back. The Big Daddy showing him how it's done as he was able to get the pick onto RTK. DNN will revive Dylan. B-bomb launched at them, but not landing on the Myth. Int slowly getting pushed back by Lit. I don't know if that's the team you need to be afraid of, but they still give respect where it is due. Pushing themselves onto the island, onto the base camp. That's going to be nuked. 10, not even wanting it. The push back into the nuke! What a play from TNN! This has opened up the fight. It's now in a world of hurt. They're getting pummeled from all fronts. They try to take the cart to get out of there. CMT going to rejoin into it with the Vortex Charm landing on the heels, but he's alive. Int is not. They have been eliminated. Well, 10, CMT, Run, Lit. They're all still ready to fight. Run going to send in the Big Daddy, looking for the big guns with a Fusillade onto Dylan, pushing back onto RTK, who tries to go over to the Fist. Then they have Lit right in the middle of the fight. CMT on the flank on the other side, getting a lot of damage on his heels, but Lemur's been able to get over to the wall, while RTK with a sliver of health, he'll hold on to dear life, try to see if he can juke them all, but with Krillo nowhere to be seen with the rest of Lit, he will fall.
Oh no. Lit. Oh!
RTK, no!
From Big Daddy!
TNN, no! After such an amazing play with a nuke! 10 out at 4th. Double slams on each side from both the Big Daddy and Palmu.
Oh! Lemur has found himself a free gold armor, though.
And a squid. Second win, pushing him back. Just the Big Daddy. Here's the squid. They try to go for the air blast into the nuke. They try to go for the same combo that TNN had done before. They missed it, though. Now they have to go for another round. Well, the Big Daddy, can he get the revives off just a little bit too late? CMT, they heard that he was attempting it. So that's why they tried to push back, relenting the pressure off of Lit.
Warning, storm closing.
It's going to be interesting to see who CMT decides to go for first here. Lemur with the crown pickup. I wonder how much longer on that Tonk Tonk CD. Looks like he does have it back up again.
I feel like you have to look for Lit here, because with that crown, it's too dangerous. Grabby the squid, they've got the spike onto heels. Lemur, the last one alive, don't get pushed into the storm. That's going to be the squid. Now they drag him into the storm. He needs it, but he's able to get back. Unfortunately for Lemur, he's just got to give no crown to the Big Daddy. Get your own damn crown. You got to pay the price like I did, is what Lemur said. Big Daddy now trying to avoid everything in a 1v3, but he gets dunked by Palmu. CMT to take the game.
Oh my goodness. I think honestly though, I did not expect Lit to get third that game with how poverty they were. I mean, level 7 on day 4, like, oh, that was crazy. They still managed to get third though. Some
I
excellent,
know.
excellent positioning.
Absolutely wild that Lit got. Almost criminal that they got that high of a placement. Like, CMT wins this game, yet we're talking about Lit because that's how criminal it is that they win.
They were playing the long game for sure.
Wait, Vincado, so wait. Other magical. I was watching Aiden stream earlier as they were reviewing their games, and you watched your grass, and you called Aiden the Dragon King. I don't even know why I call him that, to be honest.
Sometimes you just say stuff, you know?
Yeah,
In the
exactly.
heat of the moment.
Exactly. It's like, so I'm glad they grilled him, and I hope don't tell him I said any of this. Vincado would be like, yeah, Magical said you should know. That was a good game though. That was a fun game.
That was a fun game. Lots of really good plays with the air blast and the nukes and the knockbacks. Oh my god.
When are they adding a dragon character? Now these are the questions.
True. I am excited for the alchemist character though.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
I really, really want to see what she does.
So I was talking with some people, and I was thinking about doing a Tetra event, but I might end up just scrapping the Tetra event because it has been a little bit too late. And instead of doing a Tetra event, we'll do it for that alchemist or the mage, you know, when they come out, and we'll do it that first weekend right after they come out.
I think a Tetra event would be sick, but
I think I'm gonna.
So many.
Yeah, it's
heroes.
Select your hunter.
Can you end the stream really quick? Oh, you know the Discord stream and then.
Oh yeah, and then fix the the audio's probably doing the thing.
Yeah, it was doing the thing.
It's popping and crackling.
Yeah, I heard it. I'm like, wait, let's fix it really quick.
Good call out. Good comms. Good comms.
Also, we had what is it? Tope.
Leader.
Haye gave a subscription on YouTube, so thank you so much. And then Flame Dab with a follow only now. Oh my goodness, Flame Dab, I can't believe it. It would be on a Saturday, but next Saturday, the reason why all this can't happen, like the reason why I can't do a Tetra event next weekend, I'm going to Pokemon Worlds. So can't do that obviously if I'm going to be at Pokemon Worlds. I'm going to try to set something up for players to do next weekend. Like I want to do something for newer players as well as for newer casters that I'll help organize, but I won't be able to be a part of. And then the following weekend, because after that is when the new Hunter should be out, we'll do the Hunter event for that weekend. Also, Sans the dog with the follow too. I appreciate you guys. Your sub too. Flame Dev. Fake fan for real.
This is our last game of Wukong and Tetra. No more Wukong and Tetra after this game.
Aw. I'm a little sad about the Tetra. I feel like we should still allow Tetra personally. I feel like I get the Wukong. Wukong to me is one of those ones that is just really strong. Just overly strong. Well, Tetra I think is just basic strong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like Tetra might be really strong, but she is a little bit harder to master than Wukong. I feel like just to get like
it's
the same amount of value.
Honestly, to me, it's all about the invulnerability states. Those are the big things. Tetra doesn't have them, Wukong does. And
that's true.
And that's what makes the world of difference for me, and why I think that Tetra is strong. I'm not saying she's not strong or not overpowered. She's just not Wukong level.
That's true. Wukong, oh my goodness. Whenever he hops up on that pole, I'm just like, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Please, I hate it.
Also, Festivus, what's up? Pokemon would be nice. Yeah, that's like, I'll be going to Pokemon Worlds next weekend, which will be a lot of fun. So yeah, you alas not see me. I'm going to try to do some stuff Thursday and Friday, though, before going to Pokemon World. So at least have that. Zikrick, what's up? And Kaya, let's get into this.
Hi, Zik.
Let's get into our cast. So, Kaya, looking at how the teams are at the moment. Wait, what store shift is it?
It is... Let's see. Why is it not telling me?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, Is it normal weather?
Why is it not telling me?
Well, okay, wait, let's hold on. I see two trains, so definitely not the important one.
Not bullet trains.
Not.
Another side note, Lit did get they're a Colting team this game. They got it completely uncontested.
There we go. This is what I was saying. EU, we've been seeing a lot more. But now get a team that's actually willing to. It's barely out in the storm this time around. Maybe that's why. Plus, it was on a better trajectory of where the drop was. Grabbing Sky Sharks, pretty easy to run on over there, and that's what Lit have done for themselves.
Let's see. It looks like BAP once again, getting full gold armors from their gold armor region. I think it was fairly uncontested. I think maybe Int looked at them a little bit and then just backed off. Pine this game on the Zeph. Pine actually playing more than just Shrike this block.
I'm playing Wukong too, so I'm very curious to see this. Last game, BAP. No, it was the first game that BAP had the very unfortunate interactions with unstable portals, where each of them kept getting picked off by Lit. So I'm curious to see how BAP are going to approach this game, and also looking at a lot of our other players. USB, they've ditched the Tetra and they've gone for the monkey.
Dog's still running the same team comp. Actually, no, they swapped. Miri swapped out for
Celeste. Yeah, no myth. Yeah, interesting.
Let's see, what else have we got? Maybe some action in Ion.
So this is the same composition we saw from 10 last time. DNN, game 1, ran Eva here in games 2 and 3. Back over to the try to Drew Bishop. A nice punch onto the Big Daddy inside of the vault. You try to go for the fight up against TNN on their territory. That's why you have to use everything to try to get away from them. The rain of arrows. Vortex Charm onto Dylan. Rich seeing that as weakness, but he had to blip back over to the other side with the Dragon Slam onto Dylan. Nice anomaly. Punches to the wall. Almost finding the blast, but going to be able to take down the Big Daddy. Then RTK looking to see if he can get on top of Rich, getting a little bit of damage. Sending out the dagger, but that missed. They have to get the revive. There's a blast off, separating them from the Wisp. No revival onto the Big Daddy. 10 and run have not relented on this fight. Finally, a confirmed kill given over to 10.
Oh, third party arriving on the scene though. CMT's here now.
So right now, 10 trying to get out of this one. They've got a Sky Shark. CMT scaring them off. A nice rain of arrows from Dylan. Pamu is looking for a slam. And on answer Ayam's question there, is anyone streaming the APAC scrims? If I recall, I think Mr. Sue tends to. Frosty does as well. Those would be the ones that really do try to. I occasionally try to get them, but based off my schedule, it is really difficult because even though I work graveyards, I'm usually up at nights. That's the problem. I'm usually working instead of being able to actually cast them.
That makes sense. I know. I work really early tomorrow. I work at 3:30 a.m. So.
Oof. Yeah.
Don't know if I'll be able to stay for all 6 games tonight. We'll have to see how I'm feeling around game 5.
That is a-okay. We are on, what, game 3 right now? So,
yep,
actually, we're making pretty good time. Not gonna lie. Nice slam from Gaw on to BAP. Poor Pine. He's gone. It's only height to survive.
And you know, for a team that started off real strong with all those tier 4 armors, looking a little bit worse for wear right now.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough for them. And I think that's kind of been the name of the game at the moment for some of our teams. USB being one of them. Both games 1 and 2, our first team eliminated here. They make a good call. They don't want to fight up against the Bush Goblins, nor 10. With a nice grabby squid tech, B-bonk. Absolutely slick on his move and trying to get into the back line onto RTK. Spike grenade goes wide. TNN tries to get the Justice Punch, but it's going to be the slam down from Lollipop, pushing back TNN into the fight. Then B-bonked with a pull onto RTK, but RTK reads that as a sign. He wanted that Bebo so damn bad, but just sadly shy of the damage.
No one's gone down yet between these two. Still kind of just poking, prodding, trying to find our way to get an entrance on this one.
Is there stream staggering for anyone else? Let me know. I'm not seeing any problems on my side, but if there are, just let me know. I know Kaya's also streaming, so if it does persist, just I'd say watch on her her side.
I hope there's not any stream staggering.
Mm-hmm.
Spades with the drift into the beacon.
Right onto the beacon. We'll bring back up fine into the game again. I did like what Pensato said, though, about graveyards, saying they thought I was a train conductor, that I don't work in a cemetery. True.
No train conducting yet. That's the end goal.
Yeah. The train's got to run at night, too, though, you know? Someone's got to drive them at night. A nice slam attempted by Height. He still got that gold armor from Height. He was able to survive before, and the 6 monkey strike sent out by the Big Daddy, but no dragon slam to connect onto anybody. Everyone's going to be fine getting out of this one.
Still, all these 3 teams up here in Frag and Dawn Caps just kind of dancing around one another now.
Yeah. Ever prevalent dance of our teams. Oh, look at the thick of the battle right in the middle at Frag Isle. 10 get a revive, but I see Dog and Lit.
Oh!
Wait, what? You can use the chilling finale on a Sky Shark like that? I didn't even know that, Mirror Vigil.
You haven't seen that yet?
I had not seen that yet, but I learned something new, sadly for them. It didn't really work out.
Yep, didn't quite get the angle that time. Valiant attempt, though. Fortunately, they will lose a teammate for it. Tsunami goes down. More action in the north up here, though, it looks like.
More action there, and I think more action back where we were before, too. A lot of teams kind of fighting. I see USB, BG already grouping up, and then we go down south. We saw another one between Frank and Ga. Yeah, look at all these teams grouped up together.
Oh my goodness.
Which one is going to be the one that actually gives the full fight? Everyone kind of dancing around the issue, not really wanting to be the team to fully commit.
Yeah, when you get to this small of a circle and there's still, 11 teams alive, it can be dangerous to commit to a fight in these circumstances.
Big Daddy throwing out the Sky Shark, letting that keep 10 away. RTK down to 50%. But this soul, the armor auto repair, would be really important for teams. I think that's why Run want to deny this from 10, but Phase Walk, are they going to be able to seal it with the rain of arrows? Taking the damage, it does steal it away. 10. I think they got the soul.
Yep, they did. That they did.
Wow. Okay, Dylan pulling off the heist.
I know, that's a cheeky rain over that wall there.
Keep him at least in a decent spot, and I think that's why Run now. Playing very aggressively towards them. Not too...
they just got their stuff stolen.
Exactly, and they're trying to get it back, but Int will intervene and make it so they can't continue that chase onto 10 while Spicy Marinara now caught between the rain. He has to skate away towards where the team is on the other side, but it isn't an easy out for them. They took a little bit too much damage from the fight. How do you say that name? Erdeneth? Erdeneth. That sounds about right. Ooh! Almost getting the slam onto RTK, but it's going to be TNN with the Justice Punch. Pripyat was the one they got the damage onto, but was able to stay quite safe, and it's a back and forth tug of war between these two teams.
I hear another tug of war going on over here somewhere. Oh, maybe one up here too.
Teams that ran into the wrong team. Dog already level 11s across the board, and Run. Had they gotten that soul, maybe they too could have been in that same kind of position. But unfortunately for them, they lost out to 10, and now they're caught between the corrupted zones of both sides. They're fighting their way out of it with a Fusillade on a Dog, but a chilling finale launched at them by Mirror Visual will take down Rich with Big Daddy from the heaven trying to descend, but Dog have already been able to win that fight. Lodge taken down by the collapse from TMT, and then the Big Daddy, another dunk attempted, but he's out over the icy terrain. Nothing below him but certain death, and that is why he tries to pod race his way out of the fight with the 6 monkey strike to try to get away. Nice perch, nice slam, missing both, but he's still alive. Well, we see the BG have been taken out by 10. The Big Daddy caught by the Tong Tong, interrupting the Dragon Slam, but the Big Daddy still has the Jet Stream to try to get away. Pro to foe, hunting Monkey this whole time, wanting it so bad, but it does seem the Big Daddy has finally been able to get away.
More poking and prodding elsewhere on the map, it seems. Looks like Glass found Big Daddy, but jumped up on that tree.
And I can tell just from your tone too, like with chat, a little annoyed and a little fed up with the Wukong play. We tend to see it a little bit too often, just how easy it is for him to get out of there. And he is perched on a tree, looking for a dunk onto TNN. Just gonna take him out, say thank you and good night.
Thank you, next.
And he didn't
Go
even have a crown. He just did that for fun.
Yeah, you know, just monkeying around for real. Oh! Big Fusillade coming out of Flame Dave here.
Oh, missing Tonk Tonk. Second win, snipes glass. It's been shattered, and now CMT push away and into two different directions. Stealth Ninja can get over to Protophobe, but God, they are being sneaky. They're putting down their own trees. They're planting a forest down south.
Big fight going on up north here.
Chilling finale. They're locked in place, and now FRK, it's only game over. That was able to easily get away. Zakon does manage to get out. Dog only take the one casualty.
Enemy Oracle is scanning.
Looks like Flame Dave went down over here as well. Go looking for a potential engage onto 10. Oh!
RTK, you know that you can see the timer still, even when you're chats. It doesn't get rid of that.
He thought he was hiding.
Yeah, you know, I sometimes think that too, and then I get smacked in the face by a gigantic staff.
Got two different crowns up here. We got one on Protopho, and then we've got another one on Pamu. But Pamu's got a Sky Shark, and Protopho does not.
Storm closing.
Yeah, but Protopho's Bebo, so he is essentially a Sky Shark.
True, but one time he used Sky Shark.
I mean, if you think about it, a Sky Shark's a one-time use until when it runs out of fuel.
True.
They are still trying to look for Pamu, but they had multiple Sky Sharks, so that's going to be the only thing that really helps out Pamu. Not just one, but two Sky Sharks, getting him a new path and a new place to go.
Oh, big fight down here. 3 different teams.
Well, really just two, because Dylan is by himself, and he doesn't even want a part of the fight. He just wants an exit. Gah can chase that. Dragon Slam will take down Dylan, but at least Dylan has the backup. RTK and TNN are still alive. But Gah, they lost one to look for that play on Dylan.
I don't know if you saw that, but Aphios blew the stasis shard to try to tank the Virideth's Fury from mid there, and because of it died because the ice broke underneath him, and then couldn't really exit out of that.
I did not notice that. Ooh, dog jet ski. He's overheating. It's not looking good. He's got land gifted to him, but Ince, it is not actually a gift. It is ours that we take away from you. Another fight. Dragon Slam. A lot of damage on TNN with a Fusillade pop, trying to see if they can take down the monkey, but he was able to purge with the Dragon Slam, missing TNN. He went over the wall, and then he finds the kill onto FRK, and now there's going to be TNN trying to chase down the Big Daddy. The Big Daddy has that crown. He's looking like a king perched upon his throne. As he looks upon his kingdom, he decides where he wants to go, decides to go back to land.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, whoa!
Oh.
What just happened to Lit? They got blown up, and now it's only Lemur playing this Tetra, using Tetra form just to give land and survive a little bit longer and wait for Krillo to show up with that crown.
I hope that one of them has an E-plot in the inventory, because this is going to be a rough position to recover from, except it looks like CMT is looking forward instead. Maybe they can find the space to retake land over there behind them. Big fight breaking out down here in the south.
There are a lot of options. Run or separated. The Big Daddy could not get on the other side of that wall. While the rest of Run
TNN.
punched back by TNN. Fusillade has been popped. Second wind to heal him up. But now that you have TNN over the abyss, they're looking for the pull. It lands. Krillo drag into the nuke. Bye-bye, Lit. As we do see that 10 also are taken off. It's going to be only Lemur, a Tetra, the queen of nothing right now. As she has to put down new land and look for new horizons. Will Int look to see if they can take down a team. One more to boot as they're looking for that pull. Landing it perfectly. Slamming down Lit.
Just goes to show you,
Laying the lava bed.
Bebo's the real king of the abyss. He says, Tetra, your land ain't nothing. Mine's on half a second cooldown. Yours is on an ult.
Bebo are forever and always king of the nothing.
Stay inside as
taking more victims, and now the Big Daddy, we have seen this before, here with the crown. Res down south for BAP. Haven't really seen too much of them in this game. But top 5 as they were looking for the Big Daddy. He is now over the abyss. 6 monkey strike, quintuple monkeys, and now a perch. But there is plenty of land to work with for Int. And now jumping over to Ga, but Ga not actually making the Ga sound effect sound onto the Big Daddy. Instead, he takes the rings and gets back to land with 40 seconds left on the clock. ZMT have seen him. They know that he's an easy target. Fusillade has been popped, getting a lot of damage, and they're sending him back over to BAP, but not actually going to be able to take him down. Now he's going for the perch, but it's going to be the perch on the other side with a dunk to take down the Big Daddy.
And that's what takes down a Wukong, another Wukong.
The ultimate counter to Wukong is another Wukong. More monkeys, more power. As now our 4 teams. And speaking of said monkey, Bomu showing exactly how that works. Spooply and on the run. Sayori looking like he almost got bapped by another monkey on the other side. But he's got a jet stream and he's going to find his monkey up north.
You know, as frustrated... Oh, uh-oh. We used E-Plat at the same time.
Oh, no.
This is going to come back to bite them in the butt a few moments later, I feel.
There are a couple base shops, so maybe if they have enough gold, they can actually get it. BAP in a fight against CMT. CMT won last game, and they're going for the exact same comp. They feel very confident with how this is so far. Palmu, probably one of our best Wukongs here in NA and showing off a lot of the skills, but still, you see a team like BAP, and you got to have a little bit of fear. They've got the Vortex Charm landing. They've already got the damage, and Fishy in the fish tank is going to be popped like a balloon, as now the rest of CMT are trying to run away. Palmu dashing back into the outpost, but guess what? This is given time for Int to try to show up. Another Vortex Charm has landed. Palmu forced to use the ult to try to escape. Will give him distance, but leaves Flame Dab alone with INT out in the abyss. They can find Flame Dab. This Shiv has got nowhere really to go. And again, the king of the abyss is Protofo with Bebo that pushes back Flame Dab over to Ga, who are hoping to get that crown proc. Now up on the perch, Palmu is going to be the one they take down.
Oh no. I think Palmu was trying to push forward to see if he could help create any space for Flame Dave here, but unfortunately that's just a classic case of what we would call save your friend syndrome.
Also, Blythe is saying that the Big Daddy did not die to a dunk, but in fact died to being a snowman, which is even more tragic. Even more tragic. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I wish I had actually noticed that one. But we're going to notice this big fight here in the abyss. INT have been very comfortable in their position, always making extra terrain for themselves, while BAP, they lord the mainland. They don't need to venture out into the sky. Instead, it's going to be Ga who are dragged into the territory of INT. And then CMT spotted out. Flame Dab, no crown, no hope. Fusillade does nothing in the storm. CMT are now out.
I don't know if you saw that. Flame Dave got really nervous. He was in this bush and hadn't been spotted yet, but then scooted back slowly to another bush over here and revealed himself in the tiny gap in between.
Tragic. That sadly,
he actually hadn't been spotted.
Wait a minute. Look at Protofo. Protofo is I know what Protofo was looking for. Looking for the ultimate tonk play through the outpost, putting up the big fan too. Here's a nuke launched at them. The Protofo's already got the fan put up, and it's hard for BAP to actually get inside of that fight with a slam onto Kingpin. Not the target you want. Another nuke. I think it was God this time, sending it out and getting a little bit of damage onto Glass. Glass punted back. Spike grenade, keeping him alive. But now, Int's going back to the tried and true. They go back out to sea, saying that the skies are their home. They've dragged Appios into their home as the ice had disappeared right below them. Ga are now going to fight against BAP, trying to get out of this one, but Height is up in the sky, gets the slam, has the damage. The pole drags in another victim right into the territory of the feasting sharks. INT get the pick. The Spooply still has the crown. He's got enough time. Can he get back on his perch? He needs the cooldown. Barely finds it. No, he doesn't. BAP deny it, and they look for the fight back on the INT, who send out monkeys in every direction. Stealth Ninja, Glass, they're alive, but they're up against BAP. They've got the full land, and without their Bebo, their captain to hold onto the ship, I don't know if they have much fight left in them. They've sent out some emergency penguins. They've sent Stealth Ninja out into the storm. Glass with a crown. No spike grenade to connect, and Height building up territory. Double slam from Height.
That was, I don't know if you saw, but he did the same thing earlier. He spiked Protofo the same way over this wall from the Armory Forge, dunked Protofo completely unsuspecting, didn't see the monkey over here. So that is all 3 members. All 3 members downed by height dunk over the forge wall.
Absolutely wild there from height. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be controversial. Monkey is fun to watch. Monkey very fun to watch. But Monkey
Not fun to play against.
Monkey need nerf. That's what I'm gonna say. Monkey fun to watch. Monkey need nerf. That's as simple as that.
This game was just a Wukong showcase. Yeah, it's kind of feeling like that.
It kind of is. All right, so wait. So what was the last storm shift? Did the... Oh, it was normal weather.
Normal
Okay,
weather.
that's why. That's why I didn't. Okay.
Crisis averted.
Okay, so now Monkey is banned. Is it just Monkey, though? I do want to check if it's just Monkey, because I would like Tetra to be enabled. I think it would be fun to see some more Tetra now the Monkey is gone.
I'm hoping, was it just Monkey, or was it Monkey and Tetra that get banned?
That's what, that's what I'm asking. So hopefully if the players are listening out there, they can give us an answer.
I think it was just Monkey. I'm not 100% sure.
Because I feel like if you ban Monkey and Tetra, then you're just going to see Brawl, Shiv, Jin. Like, it's just going to turn into that instead. Okay, so Priat is saying it's saying just Monkey. So the vote was only Monkey. Okay, cool. If that's the case, then I'm happy. Because I want to see more played than Monkey, obviously. But I would also like to see Tetra. Wait, what's the next storm shift now?
Let's see. Let's take a look.
Bombing
Bombing runs.
Okay, and
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna reset.
yeah, I was just about to say. Okay, cool.
Just to make sure.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad Monkey is now banned. So we gotta have some fun with the Monkey, but now we gotta see it a bit more in the repertoire of our players. So, okay. If Monkey is gone, Tetra, Shiv have got to be like the go-to hunters, right?
I feel like Tetra, Shiv, Brawl, even like I mean, we've seen RTK play Jin. We've also seen there was a few other people. Oh yeah, Lods will pull out the Jin. The other day Lods had a crazy Jin game where he dunked like 5 people back to back in one of the endgame fights.
Damn. Ooh, okay, Starflash is subbing in, it looks like, for INT.
Oh, perfect. Got the sub just in time.
Perfect. So, one thing that I know I've talked with Bebonked about, and this is kind of why it's so wild to me that we haven't seen that much Bebo, is that Bebo is really good in dunk metas because he has pretty much anti-dunk built in with the Frozen Zeeps. It's like you have that for free as long as you're a decent Bebo player. And Bebonked has already shown me just how well that can work in many, many regards. In fact, I then mentioned this to the EU players. Cask, and Bebo player over in EU, is like, no, Bebo is bad, Magical. I'll show you. I'll play Bebo and you'll understand. They win the first game.
Yeah, you just have to, I mean, it's definitely all about the ice placement reaction time. And not only is it great for getting land in the abyss, but if somebody's chasing you down, if you manage to hit the tail end of that ice seep and ground them into the abyss, it's kind of like your own little reverse dunk on them.
Exactly. So it was really funny then seeing Casco, wait a minute, you might be onto something magical. I'm like, it's not me. That was 100% Bebonked. Bebonked was the one who was calling that out. We'll say that right here, right now for everyone. So follow the Bebo tech. Just saying. And what's up, twins?
Oh my god, hi twin.
You are the drop leader.
Oh. My wife
Got
just
you
made
in a battle pass skin.
nice.
Oh,
My wife just made food and put it in front of me, and I'm smelling it, and it smells really good. But it's really difficult to eat while casting at the same time. So sometimes when she does this, I'm like, it smells delicious, but I gotta wait until after the cast.
No, get a couple munches and the game hasn't started yet. Go.
It's spicy. It'll mess
Oh,
up.
no.
That's why. That's why I have to wait. Because it's delicious, but if I eat it now, then my vocal cords are gonna hate me.
The vocal cords are gonna get a little irritated.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you gotta save them for the bullet trains game.
Which is either gonna be the next one or the final one. Because only cross country and bullet trains have not been played, and I know that those are our other go-tos, but here we go. Into game 4, bombing runs with Wukong now banned. All teams, no more Monkey King. We're not monkeying around anymore. It is serious business.
Only serious business. Looks like we got 1 Tetra.
2
2
Tetra.
Tetras.
3 Tetras.
3. Only 3.
Only 3. Okay. I granted, she does feel like one of those hunters that you do need to put a lot of time and practice in. I've been noticing very similar. I think I was a little bit skeptical on her being considered a controller at first, just because with a dunk in her kit, you're like, is she a controller or is she just another fighter, right? But after watching her gameplay, she is a controller because it's a very unique skill set you need in order to play her well. So I actually think it's a really good call. As right now, Mirror Visual in a bad spot against TNN, sent down below by 1 stray rocket.
That is a hard early fight for Celeste to win.
Very difficult.
Everybody's kind of spread out for the most part here.
Going for a pretty easy spread around. Seeing some of those early fights, but the teams that maybe weren't in the best position just grab a Sky Shark. They're gonna go elsewhere. Did we see anyone go down to Coldfang?
No.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
We do have 1 team there. Looks
Lit.
like we got. Yep, Lit with Lemur Heels and Krillo down in there. Oh, someone's finally contesting BAP for the gold armor.
Oh.
I think. Maybe.
Let's see. Yes.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
kind of. CMT. They are split up. Remember, they grabbed the Sky Sharks. They were looking to see if they can contest, but I think too late. Gold armor's already going to be on all 3 of the BAP players. So CMT, do you really want to have that fight anymore against them as you are finding nothing but green?
Uh-oh. Blame Dave. Found out.
Look, dollar bills no longer are backed by gold, so your green means nothing to BAP. And that's why you have to run away.
No more. No longer backed by gold.
I got my history stuff too.
We're getting educational here in the cast tonight.
Learning how to play Super Vive and also learning about economics and how money can maybe function. I only know a little bit. Look, I just know things occasionally. The brain works once in a while. I would not say that it functions most of the time.
That's okay, I relate to that. I think it's something about the early mornings / late nights.
Yes. Let's blame that. Right now, USB, they've got the Guardian and got a lot of gold. Kobayashi's, they could go for the buy, but CMT not going to make it easy. A nice Vortex Charm, putting down the Rock Blast to try to make it difficult for them to engage onto USB, but USB took a beating just from the 2 players of CMT, and CMT have chased Spicy Marinara out of Kobayashi's, but they got the attention of the guard, so they can't chase the other players of USB.
And that just really goes to show you why Tetra is actually a pretty difficult character, because Arena Death, I mean, it was a good wall to save both them and Repriat here, but they did unfortunately wall Spicy Marinara out into the loving arms of CMT out there outside of Koba.
I'm a little surprised to see that USB isn't trying to go immediately on to the core, but I also didn't see if there was any air blast that had been picked up. Yes, there has. So, could be that air blast that they're afraid of from Fishy in a fish tank right there. Holding on to that and staring down Radineth and making it so that Tetra cannot get that revive. If you didn't know or didn't see, in EU the other day, we had a Kobayashi's end where everyone pretty much picked up an air blast and was able to air blast so many teams into death. Right there, USB. I feel bad for them. There wasn't much they could really do.
Flame Dave getting the shift resets off of the unsuspecting guards dashing around Koba. Those poor guards. Putting bullets in them. What the heck?
Hey, the guards don't care if you shoot at them. They just care if you shoot at other people.
True. They're unwavering protectors.
It's like, maybe it's just what they have as their armor is so bulletproof that anything you shoot at them at first is like, yeah, okay, whatever. They see you shoot someone else without that armor, they're like, hey, wait a minute.
Just a little tickle, just a little tickle. Lit going for the big map rotation here, but their straggler, Lemur, looks like now caught in between. The members of BG will take that Grabby the Squid out.
Abyssal hatchlings have spawned.
Nice pod racing.
Well done, well done. Ooh, bot. Runs right over to FRK, who are fighting against BAP. Zakon's already been taken down. Labor's kind of like, wait, I don't like being here. Nice recall, getting all the way over to the hollow, so we'll be with the rest of the team. But CMT and INT out in the north, and it is getting frosty for INT. There's Glass grabbing himself. A Sky Shark pushed off of it by the second wind. It's a bit too windy. Chilly up north. Glass by himself, and he is heating up. Burned down to the snow.
Yeah, Glass.
Storm is closing.
Unfortunate, like CMT on a warpath this game. First running down USB earlier, then running down. Wait, was that them out actually?
Yeah, INT are eliminated already.
Oh no.
That's our second team.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, spicy. His the keyboard DC'd, so unfortunate for USB.
No.
Oh no, tragedy. But that's two teams, USB and INT, like you said, both of them taken out by CMT. CMT kind of running the lobby today.
Yeah, they have been on a warpath all of the games so far, looking pretty dominant.
BAP, another one of those strong teams, especially as you scale up or when you let them get gold armor. They've got full relics to boot. Dog, only see that one for Mirror Vigil. That's the target they wanted to be able to get, but not landing the chains onto them. They see how Dog have decided to fan out, making it a little bit more difficult for BAP to actually find the right target. It's going to be Jet Ski they look for first with the Fusillade already popped. Vortex Charm not going to connect in the second wind, though. Will punt him back over to land, and then Height on the other side could have been able to hunt that down, but then had to deal with 10 right at their back, so they decide to relent, leaving Dog and 10 in their place.
Yep, having to play out to the north. Looks like they run into FRK up here, though.
I think that's because there's a soul that's spawning here. I think that's what I saw.
You
Yeah,
are absolutely right. Combustion soul looks like.
that's that 1,
Our other
2,
soul will be
3,
corrosion.
4, 5 teams, all here in the Vein Grove potential. The fight over that soul. RTK, nice jukes with the clone to get away from Dog, but not enough to actually make it so the rest of the team can follow up and actually take down Dog before the crash of the Meteor Beast.
I'm interested what kind of chaos is gonna break out here once the meteor actually comes down.
Me too, honestly. I'm really curious to see if any teams are even going to pull forward or if they're just going to look for the fights. I think we've already seen a couple teams already pulling for the Meteor Beast. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think BAP are in that area, but I see how FRK are positioning over at the other one. Good call. Lit. Going to be uncontested at theirs. Dog, yeah, it was BAP that started off this Meteor Beast, the combustion one. That's going to be dangerous for teams to just let BAP have. Dog and 10 continue their fight over the Abyss. BAP have been undeterred onto the Meteor Beast themselves, letting these teams fight it out on their own, saying we'd rather have the power for the late game, get themselves the soul themselves, and they do actually, do they secure it? Yeah, they did secure, no! FRK stole it away!
FRK, by just munching up that soul. Nice little steal.
Okay.
Glad they denied it from BAP.
Me
BAP's looking
too.
pretty strong.
I was worried about that. I was watching FRK kind of hanging out. I'm like, when are they going to strike? What are they doing? They need to get something. And then these two animals here, 10 and Dog, having no desire at all for the soul. They just want kills.
Yep, just looking at each other. They're locked into combat right now. Oh, but they finally decided to break away from one another. Meanwhile, up here, we got some others locked into combat, FRK and CMT.
And FRK, the team that stole that soul away, will lose one of them. It'll be snatched up by CMT.
Oh, Run surrounding CMT, putting him in a little bit of a cage.
Sending out the Bishop, but taking the anomaly by accident. Leaves Lodge to take a lot of that damage for the team instead of it being Bishop. But then Rich with the Fusillade pumping the damage onto CMT. Flame Dev will fall down to the lift below. And then Fishy in a fish tank, the next target. Second win? No way. They only have one player left, and they have run right into BAP territory. Another second win to push them over the edge.
Oh no, Pamu tried to get the run out down to the south there. Be the anchor for his team, couldn't quite make it out.
Yeah, kind of tragic there that he runs right into BAP on that
I
escape.
know, of all teams.
So now CMT, a team that had been looking so powerful in all our games previously, even in this game, eliminating the first two teams. They are the next one that will join them on the bench. Bush Goblins and Run. Squaring off for a moment. Gah and BAP about to intervene. Run, you better run for the hills. Run, Forrest, run. This is not looking too good for themselves with a nice double punch, though. The Big Daddy might have given them that immediate escape. They've gotten back to land. Gah up in the north, gonna get the attention of BAP, taking some of the damage with the chains connected into the back line, but Spooply is not the target you want, Height. That's why he decides to fall back, waits for Spade to get onto the flank, but then from the heavens and from below, game over. He went right past saying, we want no part of this anymore. Then Run. They never really ran out of the fight. They were just waiting for the time to strike to get some damage onto Gah. Bombing Run will be onto the territory below with FRK kind of split up, and BAP still in that position that they had taken away from Run before.
Yeah, and they prioritized the camp up here instead of fully collapsing for the fight, which I do think was smart. Run also in a similar position, prioritized the camp down here on the south ledge.
Zakon was looking for, was looking for some of those punches there, and now a base camp going to be put down by Run.
Oh, play the Firefox.
But they needed to be in time. They weren't in sync on that one. And it's going to be the snipe on a Zakon, and then on a game over. FRK.
It was a nice flank.
Yeah, only one player left.
Right-row.
That's it. Ooh, yeah, nice chain there. Landing, and there goes the Bush Goblins. BAP making work out of them and leaving us with 7 teams still alive, but BAP are certainly our team to beat in this lobby.
Oh, and the Robert Raccoon comes out. I'm pretty sure it hit all 3 members of BAP there as well.
Mm-hmm. And kind of looking at like where teams are positioned. FRK, ooh. You have enough time before it goes in? Yeah, you have enough time. It's a very slow-moving train, so respawn for FRK. Another chance to fight. Well lit. We haven't seen too much of them in this game. Cannonball has been launched at them. Lemur was the one taken down. Luna tries to revive, but she too punted into the wall. Lemur and Heels have to hope that Krillo can pull off a miracle.
Oh, RTK.
Zakon got pushed back 10. Morius right in the middle of the fight. And without many shields, FRK kind of in an awkward spot. You need to find some of the stragglers in any of these ones. RTK could be one of them that they can find, but he was able to use the clone to get back with the rest of the team. The cannonball has been blocked. Tsunani now pushed back. Frozen barricade by Mirror Vigil. Will keep teams away, but Kaya right now feels like this game's on a knife's edge and anything can break it wide open.
I know we have people fighting over Amorius here. It looks like BAP actually stole that. Oh, actually, maybe it was 10. I think 10 stole the Amorius there.
Oh, yes, they did. I just saw them go for the pickup, and now Chilling Finale, but out in the storm. It's getting chilly. Second wind. They've pushed them back, and they've kept them locked outside of the circle. So 2 of Dog caught out in the cold, and now it's going to be up to Jet Ski on the train for a revive of the team once more.
Can FRK capitalize on this? Can they get on? Not quite, not quite.
Couldn't stop the revive that they too used to get back into this game. Oh, but the block! Huge frozen barricade summoning Napalm. The Fox pushed back. Dog winning the fight as they eliminate our FRK.
That wall was such a game changer right there. That was insane.
Honestly, won that fight for Dog. Without that frozen barricade, I think that is FRK winning.
Uh-oh. Still getting caught out by Ga here. Oh, now gonna be. He's in the middle of 3 people. Oh, no.
Oh,
Dylan.
chain. He got hit by too many chains there. The poor Dylan gonna hop around it like the rat is over there. Another chilling finale. But they punched him into the bombing run. Spade! Goodbye! Blown to smithereens. Well, Krillo, the last survivor for Lit, trying to take down Tsunade and Mirror Vigil in a 1v1 duel. Bishop versus Brawl, chain not landing, Mirror Vigil gonna be gone, and no longer does Dog have that back, but Lit, they've brought back the rest of the team. Lemur might be resurrected by heals, brought back into the fight, given hope once more. Lit have to be careful of missing that dunk from Krillo. Could have given them that chance to be able to beat Dog, while TNN flies on by with little health, little hope, and little heat left in the tank. The jet stream not helping him out. Needs to get back to land. Lemur launching out some magma balls, but it's going to be Ga who trying to take him out with a rocket that lands, and then jet stream, jet ski taken out with the chain. He's gone from the fight. Ga, though, want to hunt him down, but Dog have been able to regroup once more. Another wall blocked that blast off. These walls from Mirror Vigil have been on point. Jet ski tries to go into the back line, and with a blast off from Tsunade, chilling finale. Lemur, nowhere to go, but he punches him back despite it all, not relenting. Dog put up yet another frozen barricade, but Lemur, he's got his own walls, he's got the magma, he's got the volcano to crush down any team that tries to fight against him, and Ga are doing their damnedest to stay alive, but they've been pushed with their back up against another wall, and they lose more members. Dog now getting some help as they've been resurrected again. Seems like you can never keep a good dog down.
This is an absolutely bananas endgame fight here. It's just unrelenting as all of these teams are just constantly looking at each other here.
The eye of the storm is
Oh. Okay, Ga. See another revive as looking at our teams that are left. Nice punch from Aphios. But here's Lemur building up more walls, sending out the Tetra form, blasting them with the magma boulders, landing on the Sayori. But Jet Ski on the other side, using that exact wall against Lemur, making sure that he has to get far away. They can take the kill, but Krillo has been brought back by heals, and then Tetra in the fight, but spiked by Dog, and Lit are gone!
Oh my goodness. Dog completely into the fray from the north, causing complete chaos as Jet Ski gets that dunk.
Jet Ski huge on that dunk, too, because how many times did we see either of those teams get like one player out alive, revive the team, reset the fight, Kaya?
I know, especially with Aluna on TL as well. Like heals just absolutely pumping the heals and keeping both Krillo and Lemur alive over and over again.
Kind of insane. Kind of insane just how many resets in the fight over and over again. And all this time, Dog, Lit, Ga, was these 3 teams fighting over and over again. We look north, Run and Bap have had no desire for it. They've kind of sent out some feelers, be like, where's the other teams? How are they positioned? They're waiting patiently for that moment to strike.
And you can see Dog has had so many successful fights in a row that now they're level 15. Only level 14 on Mirror Vigil so far. But they're the only team in the lobby to have level 15s at all, so they're in a pretty good position right now.
When you fight that much, you better damn have 15s, I'm gonna just say. Because they have been fighting over and over and over again.
Stay inside its eye.
It's looking like they are not done, but Jet Ski does get punted back by Aphios.
I think they might be running low on armor taps now, so they're gonna have to take these fights very, very wisely here. Noticing that Jet Ski is not tapping his armor, I'm assuming he's probably about out. They are homeless, so they have no shop at the moment.
No. Kind of looking to, like, where can they go? The circle's not really helping out any of these teams. Like, we're going back towards the tracks, and we are on bombing runs. This isn't even bullet train yet. We are going to be honed in on the train.
I was gonna make a move.
Ga? Gaffa, what was that? They accidentally blocked themselves out of the circle, and because of it, they took free damage, and they're punching back into the circle. Damage from the nukes. Dog in a bad spot as they try to see if they can wrestle their way out of this one with the crown on a jet ski, but it's going to leave Mirror Vigil trying to go for the chilling finale with the skate back over to land. They've got the tag on to Tsunani. Beautiful frozen barricades. Mirror Vigil has been on point with those, but Tsunani not going to be saved. Ga are gone. Run had been able to finally run them down, but now they got to run down Dog, who have been on a sprint up north. They put down another frozen barricade. The time is ticking. They've revived the team yet again. How many times will they have the fight? But it seems that no matter how many times you get them down, they'll find their way to fight once more. Jet ski trying to get back with the rest of the team as BAP run finally will be a part of a fight. There's going to be the punch onto Pine with the chains connected from jet ski, but he just wants to get back with the rest of the team and regroup.
I cannot believe that not only do they get this full reset again, they've now found themselves a base camp. They fully heal. They don't lose anyone.
Insane. Insane. And looking at this fight, the two teams that had been not wanting to fight for so damn long forced into that fight with second wind on each side. But this time, the patient team is Dog. They were looking for the dunk, and they've split up the fight. They've got Jetski in the middle of everybody. Cannonball with the blast off, but missing the haymaker. Dog have to go back, re-heal once more, and reset the fight, which gives time for BAP to try to engage on to run. Stopping them with the Vortex Charm! No blast off! It does not ignite! The Big Daddy, though, finds the spike on to height, and then it's gonna be BAP pushing back the Big Daddy with Dog chasing down Pine as he gets up to high ground, tries to get away, but the haymaker punch absolutely knocking out BAP, leaving only Spades alive. Lauds, too, I believe, the last one for Run. He's got a big fan in front of him, and he's hoping that's his escape, but he runs right into Tsunani. Second wind out in the storm. Runner gone. It's just Spade. Tries to blink away, but where's the crown? Where's hope? They got taken down to Pound Town.
Holy, take him to the pound instead of Pound Town because these dogs, they're barking, I guess. I don't know.
I'm glad you got where I was attempting to go with my stumble there at the end.
Oh my goodness.
Bruh.
That was an insane game from Dog. All of them played absolutely just immaculate endgame there.
But like Twin said, my MVP for that one is Mirror Vigil. How many frozen barricades? Like,
they were perfect. They were all perfect. They were actually perfect.
one is something, that's okay. Two, yeah, you're good. Three, we're getting somewhere. It was like 20. It was nuts.
Wall after wall after wall.
All right. While we wait for this next game, I'm going to go make a quick cup of tea. Give me a sec.
You gotta prepare the voice for bullet trains. Oh my goodness, chat. 1.0 games are so chaotic, guys. I like both love I both love and hate it at the same time. Because like the fighting is just so constant, which is so fun to watch, but at the same time as a caster, sometimes I'm like I literally don't know where to look. Like there are 5 teams on my screen all fighting and I have no idea what team I'm going to look at for any fight. So I'm like feeling bad if I miss any particular part of the fight.
Select your hunter.
Alright. Magical will be back soon, everyone. This is bullet trains though. So we need Magical to get back. This is his storm. They might as well name this storm Mad Magical Storm instead of bullet trains. I think everybody would understand. Antonio, I just try to in later games to focus on teams who are in the running. Yeah, definitely. It's that I've been shifting my focus instead to just trying to get a general.
You are the drop leader.
A general look at whatever is going on. No, Luna, don't say that. He didn't get hit by a bullet train. Thanks, Twin. He didn't get hit by a bullet train. He's just getting tea. All right, let's see everybody. Let's see how many Tetras we got. We got a Jewel game from RTK. Exciting. Love to see it. I haven't seen Jewel in a while. We got Pomo on the Bishop again this time. Ebonk, Snarf, and Lollipop kind of running the same comp. Rich on the Shiv again. Lauds on the Zeph again. Big Daddy on the Zeph on the Bishop again. Back running the same comp back from last game as well.
There we go. I'm back.
Back just in time for your storm.
Yes!
The mad magical storm.
All right, perfect. I'm always ready with the whistles in hand for when the storm shift happens. And
got one Tetra.
it sucks. I wanted to talk like Protofo. I know is saying stuff, same with Bebonk about like Bebo in the current meta. And as I was saying, they probably are in game, so I'll talk to them about it later. But I do like some Bebo play. I like to see more Bebo.
Only one Tetra this game. It's only Air to Death.
Really?
But we do have RTK on the Jewel this game.
Wow.
So that's exciting. We haven't seen Jewel in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some action. Action breaking out.
CMT guffawing in that fight. They didn't really want that one. Now with the Zephyr ridden, they're forced into this fight. Vortex Charm, though, bounced off the wall. Terry's going to be the target, trying to get back over to land, but the chase from the level 6 team, even with a great stun initially from that Bulla, is looking devastating. You got to be careful, though. You never want to give a Shiv way back in the game, and she might be able to find that if you don't heal up in time. But not enough health was there. Dodging and weaving from a lot. Getting the damage on the Flame Dab. Might be able to find it, but Flame Dab just landing one bullet to pick up the kill. And even with the immediate revive, punted into the wall. Sayori, you just got back to life, and you're already about to find a painful retreat out of there.
Honestly, though, if Sayori didn't buy all of that time for his team there, though, I'm not even sure if Go would have been able to get that res off. Now they're at least in a position where they can try to play out here. It's going to be hard getting those 2 level 4 teammates back up to level 6, though. Going to have to try to go look for camps elsewhere. Magebog is unfortunately already occupied, though.
Yeah. Looking at where our teams are. Also, good night, Pensado. He was hoping for more Tetra. And I was hoping for more Tetra as well, to be honest. But I get also teams are still kind of getting more practice on the Hunter. Not quite as comfortable, especially on more high elo games such as these. But nice chain. There's going to be Lemur. Just looking back to El Clasico here with Brawl.
The Lemur Brawl. A scary one. A classic. I am excited to see heals on the Krista as well.
Me too. Do like seeing some good Krista gameplay, especially if you have Ultimate Diadem. Get something like that, so you have even more salvos to launch. Kind of wild.
My favorite is having 3-star Diadem and just basically permanently having your ult up.
It's pretty much now just your auto attack. That's it.
Yeah, it's your third ability, you know.
Yeah. I have yet to get anything 3-star yet. I've got a couple 3-stars, but that's about it.
I have definitely been on the grind for a lot of 3-star unlocks. I have like, I think 6 or 7 3-star relics, and then most of my grips are 3-starred already.
Damn. Also, good night, Twins. We'll see you later.
Good night, Twin.
I'm assuming Twin's gonna be casting more during the week, so make sure if you aren't for everyone out there, if you aren't already paying attention, make sure you follow Twin streams so you can see a lot more of the casting, especially like teaching new people how to cast, helping out the community in many ways. Also, being a fantastic caster who does not give himself enough credit.
Twin is absolutely insane at casting.
Agreed.
I wouldn't be here without Twin.
Twin always like, oh, look at Magical, look at Relic. Twin, you are a goat. Don't sell yourself short. You always do. Ooh, no grabby squid tech there to get out of there. Bonked over with the jellyfish, but bouncing over and over again. Then USB, they try to intervene, try to help him out, but he's already gone, and now they're riding the landslide over FRK. The Tornog is going to be the target they take down first, but then Zach on onto the back line looking for the Dunkabeer to be able to get one back. One on each side. Tetra versus Brawl. Trying to revive Celeste. Spicy Marinera's back. But the slam! Volcanic crushing FRK.
Wow, that was like almost perfect Tetra gameplay there from Earnadeth. Put up this wall to blocks to get the time to revive Spicy Marinara. And then instantly, like, Hazakon was like, oh, I need to go deny this Wisp. It's a 1v1 if I deny the Wisp. And then gets dunked trying to loop around the backside there.
Beautiful.
Really great
Beautiful.
Tetra gameplay.
I love seeing. You love to see it, especially from players that are getting a lot of practice in it. And now we go over towards our exotics. I think that was 10 grabbing it and then immediately destroying Rich. To be all the richer horde, but if I look at the inventories, maybe it was Run that actually got the last target onto it. I don't see any. Oh no, there it is. Dylan's got it.
Okay.
I was wondering for a second. I'm like, wait, who's got it? I'm like, oh wait, Dylan has it. Hello, hi Misfit. Welcome in. Appreciate the follows
Misfit.
as well. Awesome streams. That's because Kaya's here. That's why.
No, it's because Magical's here. Don't let him fool you.
Lies. Slander slice. I just yell like a freak at the game.
This is the perfect game for it. It's bullet time.
True. I've got the whistle. And now USB.
ready.
Hey, USB. Doing better in this game. They eliminated one team, but now up against the Bush Goblins, looking difficult as they've already lost area depth. And now with their Tetra gone, they can't build up the wall to try to get out of this one easily. It's going to be up the Spicy Marinara. Nice barricade. That certainly is going to keep BG from continuing the pursuit of USB.
Oh, that was a really interesting anomaly from Snarflo, getting the angle to go all the way over here with it.
Hey,
They'll manage to get this train res, though.
we haven't gotten to see enough of BG, Snarfskis, and Get B-Bonked, but amazing players, amazing people. I'm seeing them a little bit more in the action. Always nice to see, but right now we got to look at Run. Second win, but it doesn't matter when you're overheating like that. A nice spike for CMT. The rest of Run living up to their name.
Oh no, Big Daddy. Oh, the cannonball.
Blast off back, but guess what? Int, they've heard it. They know fighting's been going on, and without them, how dare they? But they run right into CMT. Blast does not hit the spike grenade, but they've got a lot of damage from the burning Zeep. They're trying to see if Protofo can do anything, but he's lost ground beneath them. They did find the spike from Star Flash. Palmer's going to be the next target. Another smash with the slug. Wave. CMT crashed down by Protofo, so Palmer will go down below.
Wow, really clean play out of Starflash there with that dunk. I didn't think that Starflash was gonna get the dunk over here onto Flame Dave. I thought Flame Dave had the mantle, but perfectly placed dunk.
And
even more.
Oh yeah, let's put that on a pause really quick because I was about to answer that. But see more fighting BAP. Not golden this time around. They've got gold items. They've got their legendaries. Even see that they've got themselves some exotics that we saw before. But not that gold armor like they have in every single game prior.
Oh no! Gets knocked off of the Sky Shark.
Bye-bye, Scar Shark. Shock Blast. Kind of pushing back Lollipop. Mirror Vigil. Just like Bebo. They both can create land beneath them. This Bebo making sure to ground Mirror Vigil. He was playing with his boot a little bit. They also knew there were other teams nearby and didn't want to overcommit without the other teammates. So they decided to fall back. Well, dog, they're going to enter the core. God, they do the same. Neither of them with Air Blaster.
Nice attempt on the wall into the anomaly. Not quite gonna connect this time though.
Close. Very close. So Kaya.
Looks like we missed the action up here. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. So I'm kind of looking at like a lot of the builds and stuff we've been seeing. Samiri asked me this question. I want to ask you. Like, what have kind of been like? What have you seen as the big difference? A lot of players over in EU, they're far more about the highly aggressive items, playing more for like the grabby squids, anything that's going to do tons of damage. But I've kind of been noticing a little bit more of a defensive streak here in NA. Have you been noticing that as well?
I have. I've noticed there's definitely like a lot of people will run Essence Reaver on almost any character.
Yeah.
I think overall it is just like a very high value item. If you manage to get Essence Reaver stacking early, it's just so nice to have those extra stats.
Protofo! Oh! Alright, well, if Tonk Tonk doesn't work, I guess Sky Shark, it can work as well. Spooply, he doesn't have Aphios, but at least they're not going to be eliminated because they still have other teammates that are left. But yeah, getting very funky, and I kind of like your point. Like, Essence Reaver feels like one of the most go-to just because if you stack it up, you're going to feel very powerful. But outside of that, I feel like it's Grabby Squids. Those are like big ones, especially for this dunk meta.
Yeah, Grabby Squid has definitely been very prevalent even in NA. I've also been noticing even a lot of like 1-star resonating idols.
Interesting. Okay, well, I would like to continue this conversation, but Ga continuing to live up to their name with a nice slam back from Star Flash. But in the middle of the fight was Jet Ski, and they have to get pushed back while Glass was trying to snipe him down with an arcane railgun. Both sides, though, surviving, healing back up, rebuilding the armor for another fight at another time.
Oh my goodness, the action is just unrelenting though. I got 3 more teams scoring up here in the north. Lit, CMT, and USB. All looking at each other. They heard me though, they broke apart instantly.
I also like that Pisces already had the idea of the crazy train, rip Ozzy for bullet trains every game, but we already did that for the birthday bash.
Oh no, Lemur.
Lemur gone, Krillo gone, heals, the last one, gone, Lit. Have been eliminated by CMT, and you even see that BG, they got the pick on RTK elsewhere.
Yep, even more fighting happening. Oh, I move away right when the cannonball happens.
Around the net, gotta be careful though. This Tetra getting jumped on, and even with the chilling finale trying to separate the fight, Tetra is down, and now Napalm has been summoned, trying to fight back, but surrounded on all fronts. Second wind, not going to be able to connect on to Ghost, but with the team already falling, USB, last survivor. No more, another victim for CMT.
You know, I just gotta say, I'm pretty sure that this is the 3rd game that CMT has been the team to solo take down all of USB. Yes. I think CMT has killed USB 3 times now out of 4 games.
They very much have something against them because it does feel like it's always CMT against USB.
There's some kind of secret beef here we don't know about.
Oh, is Fishy Encored? I didn't even realize that. That probably is who it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Fishy
double Fusillade though. Pumping a lot of damage. Blast off to take down Rich. And the Big Daddy, the Big Dead, as is another casualty picked up, thankfully, by CMT with Dog on the outskirts.
Dog just hopping up on this ledge here to scout a little bit, see that CMT is very strong. Gold armor's on all of them, and level 13. Decide not to take that one.
This T is helping out immensely, not gonna lie. Alright, come on, Bush Goblins. Nice Vortex Charm. Nice second one. Nice baseball bat flag with the Tog onto RTK. Dylan, hop aboard onto the train to get himself out of there. But you got to make sure you stick that respawn if you want to bring back 10 for another fight. There are a lot of teams that are going to pass by in your journey, but 10 have managed to escape, but right into another fight as INT were waiting. Same with Ga, pushing him off of land, over the jet stream, blast off onto Dylan. RTK is overheating, and they've already lost TNN down to the abyss. RTK, as Jewel, can go up in the air if need be, but this little island is not enough to help the team get back on their feet.
Oh, got another bullet trains passenger.
But and it's Flame Dive, so CMT must have lost a fight up north, as it looks like Palmu completely surrounded by BAP. So yeah, CMT only going to be down to Flame Dive, while RTK has done so much work to try to survive, but there was nowhere to run anymore.
Unfortunately, sandwiched between 3 different teams there, just completely surrounded by Int, Dog, and BAP. Not a place you want to be.
Ooh, you see. Oh, Luna's asking to join for next game. I wouldn't mind if you are okay with that.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I actually might even hop off next game because it's getting just a little bit late for me and I'm getting a bit tired.
Completely up to you, as right there, Height. Almost find the dunk onto the sole survivor of CMT Flame Dev. There with Bush Goblins onto the bullet train, leaves Lollipop alone up in the north. A Grabby Squid from Snarfskis. The Flame Dav still, the survival instincts of a god, has been able to get away from certain danger many a times, but we see that Ga don't have that same instinct that CMT seem to have. But now, you have to take the Blink Dagger away. Bush Goblins in Mage Bog, see Dog on the other side, but the Goblins try to push them away with the second win, helping them keep themselves healthy, but they've got to heal back some of the health before Dog decide to pounce. They know they're weakened, and they could try to bury them if they jump onto the attack. But it is going to be B-Bonk with the first pick on to Dog, and then INT coming in from the south, getting damaged with a slug wave on it to Lollipop, popping that, then with the blast back onto Snarfskis, as she's trying so valiantly to get out of this position. INT had them surrounded for a long time, and without much armor, the flame shield dragging them onto the tracks, but here comes the bullet train, narrowly avoided, but it's Dog that are riding it into the next fight. Flight of the Firefox. Snarfsky tries to get a burst, but couldn't pick up the kill on a glass. Instead, Dog, they are now back into the Mage Bog with the respawn from the B-Bomb onto the respawn beacon. Blasted back. Here's Bush Goblins again against Dog, right where we started before. It seems that even if you bury old bones, they will find their way to the surface eventually.
Now Dog's gonna play back, reset at this base camp they have up here in the north. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Tsunami wasn't able to rotate back out. Did go down here in the south, I think, to Glass and Proto.
I think so too, and we're seeing how the teams are kind of positioning right now. Very awkward position there for INT. They read that wisely. Decided to go up north, even if Dog are already there. They didn't want to get sandwiched. A nice blink attempted to get into the back line of the Bush Goblins, but it is hard. Both Felix and Bebo, mortal enemies of Brawl. This Brawl, we know how Height likes to play. He is very aggressive. If someone's going to find a way to beat the two that are built to beat Brawl, it would be Height. They've pushed back the Bush Goblins outside of the pursuing circle, while INT have got a better position. Another blink, try to get him back. They're looking for the second window, but it's not going to be enough time for them. Instead, INT look for the fight up against Bap and wait for Spade, joining a little bit late. Pine on the other side with a second win. Might have helped Height. No, Height is taken down by INT.
Looks like Dog managed to getting the respawn up in the north. Bap now attempting to do the same. We'll get Height back up as well. These respawn beacons are so fast now.
I mean, 6 seconds they go by in an instinct. We still have our 4 teams, another revive. Dog this time. Well, one problem, even if they're fast, they're not faster than a bullet train in a small circle like this. So Dog's still going to be down Mirror Vigil. Pretty much the highlight player from the last game. Going to be rough for Dog on how they can fight their way out of this one, especially because you look all around. The little bit of land that remains in the circle has already been claimed by some team, even up here in the north. We saw BG, what a triple punch from Tsunami! But the second win to heal him up. Again, a blast off, back onto the position. That dunk on the Snarfski as B-Bonk taking the long way around. Lollipop hoping to be able to get the Deathbox revive on Snarfski, but Tsunami never going to make it easy. E-Plat put down. Now the fight from Bap onto the other side. INT grab, even grabbing Tsunami into the storm. Dog are gone. Protofo here on the Bebo, showing how it's done. Looking for the dunk coming in from Sharp Flash, but Spade barely gets onto the train. We see the Bush Goblins revive from the B-Bomb. Team will be back to full once more. Crown from Pine, narrowly avoiding, almost getting the Blinkstone on the Bap, but Bap still surviving. They're out of this one for now, but Pine doesn't have very many ways to go, and now they've already got the grabbing the squid on top of him, and he's got a minute remaining. Zipper has gotten him out over the abyss once again, as we almost had the train whistle ready.
Glass narrowly avoiding that train. Nice work. She almost was taken down by it.
Very close! The snipe there, taking away the crown, and the blink from Protofo. If you blinked, you missed it, because out in the abyss, Spade will die.
These guys they're like the BAP assassins this game.
They really are. They're looking for pretty much the clips, too. They weren't even looking for, like, regular, let's eliminate them. They're looking for plays like that. B-Pong got B-Ponged as he tries for his own card play. Says, if you can do it, I can do it. You've got gold armor, I've got a baseball bat. The whack into the face, the whack back on the B-Pong. They've sent in Star Flash to take care of the B-Pong, but now Protofo is low. Can they get into the back line? They're trying to see if they can get the revive onto B-Pong. B-Pong, as a Zeph, will give enough health. It is going to be for round 2, another Primal Slam, as we see that BG somehow weather a storm.
And now it's going to be down to BG to try to create some space so they can tap their armor back up here, because as we see, INT have the prio in the circle. No armor
Slug
taps.
wave. Nice second win. Denying the slug wave, but that blink stone! Again, you cannot blink when Protofo has it. Dragging back the wisp over to the fire. Snarfsky on one side. Lollipop with a crown on the other. No way to get back into the circle too easily. Tries to go for the long play around, but INT, they know where you're going. They're on top of you this whole time. Snarfsky, she's got to pull off a miracle, and they've just pushed back Lollipop out into the storm, leaving it Felix alone. But they weren't paying attention. Protofo got hit by the bullet train, but it doesn't matter because Star Flash, INT, they win the game.
Oh my goodness, what a chaotic game. Once Proto got the blink stone, it was like all over. That's a Bebo that knows how to use the Bebo blink cart tech.
Looking mighty fine with it. Mighty fine. Good games. Good games. Oh, what server are we
Good
in?
games indeed.
Let's
Okay,
see.
I'm gonna at Dylan really quick and let him know that I'm swapping out. Just so
Okay.
he knows.
Then let me get in. Hold on.
Okay, let's see.
When are we in again? Here we go. We're in the NA Scrims caster booth. Luna. Man, does that mean I gotta go spectate? Hello.
Luna, do you want to run spectate cam?
Sure, I'll do it.
Oh, cool.
And are you heading off, Fabian?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit late for me. I got work early in the morning tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I head out.
I'll be your co-caster. Bye, Kavian.
Bye.
Kaya.
I'll watch you guys from the flanks. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
You
Thank you.
too. Yeah, get some rest, okay?
Thank you. Good night.
I gotta take. Oh yeah. By the way, let's get.
Gotta chill, man. You're going so hard on this casting. It's just a scrim, bro.
Bro, I like casting. It's benefits that I've been able to cast. You know, like literally, I can only cast certain times. So when I get them, I'm like, I covet them. I'm like, I need to get this. I need to do this.
You have to go all in. I'm assuming you'll be doing play-by-play.
Yeah. I'll continue doing the play-by-play. Just drinking some tea with some honey really quick. I like what Sans said. Time to play some range while the good players are playing scrim. And Kaya with the raid. Woo! Alright, one more game. One more game.
Hold on.
Probably going to be cross-country storm if I had to venture a guess. Zakon's like, I'm going to drop just to grieve you, Sans. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay. All right. Get that.
Okay, I'm sharing the stream now.
Perfect. Okay. That. Oh, they're getting right into the game. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. The only thing... Oh, there we go. There we go. Got the volume on the stream. All right. So, Luna, I doubt you were able to watch a lot of the games, but from that last game...
No, I only saw the last one.
So, what are your thoughts from the last one?
Yo, I was shocked to see... Not to... I'm not saying shocked because of their skill level, but just because we never see like the quote unquote lower skilled players get wins in this game. So to see Glass, Protofo, and Starflash beat out BAP and other big teams like 10 that's like amazing. I was so happy to see that.
Hey, as I've learned from EU, and what NA also needs to learn is that there's no such thing as like just the top teams and the bottom teams. Any team can win. You've got to have that mindset going into any single game. Doesn't matter what it says on the other side, because the moment you let the nameplates get to you, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. This is something that's been said from a lot of pro players over in like League of Legends. A lot of them will get that. They'll see a player on the other side and they'll go, I have to beat them. I've got to prove to everyone that I've got...
is aura?
Yeah, exactly. But then you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage because now you've gotten in your own head that's like, if you mess up, then it's already over. So always just go into it like, doesn't matter who they are. I'm going to play the same. I'm just here to win.
These are some interesting drops. There's not a lot of land on this circle. There's a lot of Abyss. I'd say like 80% of this is Abyss right now. There's quite a bit of hot drop down here.
This is what I would
Orange
expect,
team
though.
versus pink.
Yeah, especially looking
There's
at...
another one up here I'm going to move over later.
Yeah, Cold Fang, it has been a big start for so many different regions that I'm more surprised we don't see it enough here in NA. I've literally been watching EU scrims where it can be far out in the storm at the beginning and they will still grab Sky Sharks. They'll look for it because how much potential it has. And here, with 3 teams, we understand exactly why that's the case.
This is a BAP versus 10 pretty early on here. I don't think they're gonna fight though. They're just gonna run away with the Sharks. What's your opinion on Sharks in terms of competitive integrity
Needs to be nerfed
for these fight games? I agree. I think it should be a what is it, like a storm shift where it only shows up every once in a while.
My opinion, I actually am okay with them. I think that they are okay all the time, but it should be the fuel is the biggest problem to me. It should start the game with pretty much no fuel. You cannot use them to traverse the map quickly at the beginning of the game. Like, either make it so that that is a loot thing where you can add more fuel and then you can start using them to traverse, or it can be a thing that scales up as the game goes on. And the longer the game is, the more fuel will be in the tank of these Sky Sharks.
Do you see something interesting here, Magical?
I mean, CMT with a ton of gold.
What I'm seeing, okay, yeah, tons of gold for them, but I don't see a single gold armor yet, which is kind of crazy. There's usually like 2 or 3 gold armors by now.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one, honestly, is that no gold armors. Obviously, it's hard. That is one thing I would like them to eventually touch up when it comes to spectate. We can see where some of these early drops are, so we have a better idea of why teams are dropping certain areas, why they aren't. But here, not really seeing that. I'm imagining that I just saw that Scavenger's Bay that has the gold armor, and only BAP are there. BAP are the team.
Yeah, it was pretty far, huh?
Wait,
and now they have it.
Blythe, you weren't following already? I thought you were. Aren't you subbed?
What?
That's my reaction. I'm like,
that's
wait.
Funny.
Blythe is subbed.
Look, we have a fight over here.
USB. Nice volcanic crusher on to game over. He's playing Myth, not even playing the Bebo this time around. FRK try to go over the heads of USB, but they are ready to fight. The only team they have struggled at is CMT, and it seems here FRK are not that team that they are afraid to beat. They have separated them into 2 different directions. Tarnog has been able to get away, but same with Hazakon, who's gone north all the way into Chaos Steps. All right, so Luna, what are your what are your opinions on items? This is a question that Tamiri asked me. I had asked earlier to Kaya, but NA versus EU, I've noticed this is a big argument between aggressive and defensive items already. EU, big on their aggressive items, but I've noticed in NA, they've been a little bit more on the defensive items, not necessarily looking for the full.
Yeah, like for example the air blast right here.
Yes, more air blasters, more stasises, a lot less. Like there are still those grabbies, right? You're gonna always have the grabbies, but it's just very interesting to kind of see the differences between the 2 regions in that regard.
An enemy oracle is
So here's what I'm thinking, because if you notice here, there's Brawl, there's KP, there's I don't see any Wukong, surprisingly.
Well, it's
but there's
because
a lot
it's
of
banned.
these all-in characters like Shiv. Oh, Wukong is banned? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
First 3 games was allowed, last 3 not.
Oh, we were doing the character ban thing?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm glad to not see Wukong. But you know, there's a lot of dunk characters, a lot of Wukongs, lots of brawls, and so I can see why people want to go more defensive items to keep themselves alive longer. However, one problem that I do have is that the revives are really strong in this patch.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how that's been in the NA scrims, but you know, staying alive longer is always better. I play Eva, so I'm more of like the mix. I prefer half and half. Like I want the aggression, but I also want the defensive to stay alive longer.
All right, well, let's put that on pause. A nice spike onto area depth. They're going to be able to get rid of Tetra already. Herpriat's got to be careful, though, because there's going to be jet ski on their position. USB down to only one player. They're fighting the mana coils. The three-way battle has left them with only Spicy Marinara, and that's not going to last too much longer. Dog immediately see the food, and they snatch it off the table.
That's a free blue armor for 10. 10 getting stronger as the game's going along. But wait, coming back here, there's going to be maybe another skirmish over here.
Sinner's Embrace. Beckon to try to drag him in. TNN, one of the few players that still will play that Eva no matter what, even when everyone else, all other Eva enjoyers have written her off. TNN will sometimes go back to that when the team calls for it.
I did not notice that. Thank you for showing that to me, because I love Eva. She's
I know
my
you do.
absolute
I
favorite
know
hunter
you do.
in this game.
That's why I wanted to point out.
I don't care
TNN,
if she's bad. I don't care if she's good. I'm a player.
TNN did switch over a couple games to play Bishop, but since RTK has been on Duel and they've had... Well, Dylan's been playing a lot of Myth this whole day, but it definitely has been one of those few hunters that we see nowadays. Hudson obviously being the other one, but when you have a player that is really good on a hunter like TNN is on Eva, it doesn't matter if people think it's bad. You can always play it. Whereas we got to put that discussion on a pause because Dog, CMT, FRK, even 10, all gathered around the heart.
There's a lot of people around this area. I don't know. Are there any objectives? Because the people weren't really down. Did you notice anything? Do you know
I
why
did
people
not
would be?
see
Or maybe just circle rotation?
Probably just circle rotation, honestly.
Yeah, it
'cause
looks like it.
just I'm like, I didn't see anything earlier, and now we're seeing run against
Isn't
10.
the skin banned?
What's up?
Pretty sure the skin. I'm pretty sure the shift skin is banned.
I don't know if we have that many rigorous rules right now for this scrim because we just want to be able to play. So I'll have to ask
True.
afterwards. But looking at the dash over the abyss, Rich has been able to get away, but now the Orbs of Argus heal up 10. All that damage for naught from run because 10 survive it all. And then up north, CMT and Dog, Flame Dav, the last one left. CMT have done a good job all day long until now as they are looking, wait a minute, or not, because Flame Dav takes down one of Dog and gets out alive.
Enemy Oracle online.
You always have to watch out for the Shiv pop off. You can't not disrespect the Shiv.
True.
She's just so strong this patch.
Very true. Shiv, Wukong, yeah, they need their numbers tweaked pretty heavily.
Meanwhile, Lods is over here looking over at RTK. Meanwhile, there's a Snarski's just coming in here with a car, looking at them menacingly, but runs away afterwards. Get a bit too much smoke.
She's touring the neighborhood. She's just on a little lovely Sunday night drive. She sees them and it's like, very nice, very nice. I'm gonna go back with the rest of my team.
Oh, there's a fight up top here. What?
I think there's fights everywhere,
What?
to be honest. Oh wait,
I think
that's
someone
weird.
died.
I think so too, but Dog, CMT, Chilling Finale for Mirror Vigil. Trying to blast away the Chilling Finale. Mirror Vigil skating past, but still taken down by the blast.
There's a lot of teams around here.
We're talking about that before, right, Luna? So many teams kind of grouped up. We thought maybe there was something to fight over, but it's them just chasing with the storm, making sure to keep themselves within the circle. Tsunami grabs the rings, been able to get into the outpost, but has been spotted out by 10. And do you want to continue to chase? Because that is an opportunity. We saw the Meteor Beast already being tackled by BAP. So they might be able to get themselves one of those coveted souls while Zakon has to dash away. INT on the position. Spike Grenade didn't connect, but they already had a nice slam back with the Arcane Railgun, and Zakon runs right into the pillar. So INT gonna be able to stop down that Wisp.
You know, I think this is showing the importance of rotations and how you should be... okay, hold on. Almost got a pull there. Sorry, I'll come back to that.
That's okay. I mean, honestly, I think these are a lot of early fights that normally we can interrupt anyways.
Okay, there's another fight down here. I believe there's Run versus Dog with a Bishop
Blast
going
off.
in. Oh, almost died to the stun.
I think that was a smart move from Big Daddy to immediately go back, but putting up the frozen barricade. Mirror Vigil's trying to separate the fight so they can run. They don't have Tsunani. I don't know where Tsunani is right now. Where are you? Kind of looking around. He's alive, but oh, right in the middle in Wraith's
far away.
Yeah, very far. All right, so here we go. More teams kind of moving around. Only having a couple teams that have been eliminated. USB, trying valiantly, but sadly in this one, just got rough as they found themselves in a bad fight earlier against one of these teams right here. 10, Dylan sending out Veritas Fury, looking for Flame Dab. He's used a Fusillade to get over the wall and over the new land, new ground. But TNN knows that they can play aggressively. They've got the backup of the rest of the team, and Flame Dab has got very little shields, has dragged them over the abyss, and is hoping to be able to get them as a spike, but it's them instead that's taken down.
So what I was trying to say earlier was that I think you're seeing the difference between... Okay, hold on. Bishop Punch stuns Krillo. Krillo does manage to recover from that. Goes in with the... All right, I'm losing the play-by-play. I'm not a play-by-play mindset. You go ahead.
It is A-okay. Right now, it's even one of those mid-game fights where not expecting too much to happen. Lemur has put down the jump pad. Now is when I expect stuff to happen. Once you have the jump pad, that's pretty much the call. They're looking to go in, denying Jet Ski's avenue to try to see if he can find a path, even missing out with a bomb. But they've separated the fight, and Jet Ski trying to play aggressively against Lemur, forced over the abyss, far away from the team. Again, separating Dog as they're trying to win the Brawl v Brawl duel, but it's not really a duel. Not when there's three still surrounding you, and then even having Flame Dab showing up out of nowhere, looking for the spike, but couldn't get it. Jet Ski gets back with the rest of the team while lit. Now, hold the ground Dog wants held. Dog off up into the hollows to try to see if they can reform.
A lot of the teams that were fighting on early on... Oh my god. I can't speak, man. I can't speak. Go ahead.
It's okay. Sometimes, Luna, it's just... When it comes to Super Vive, I've learned you just gotta... Even if a fight looks like it's about to happen, you just gotta go for the color, because otherwise it's just gonna be non-stop. Flame Dab down. CMT blasted over Oblivion, but Spooply is the one that takes the aggression, and then Afios trying to give something back with his own haymaker. But no spike. God, not in the position just yet. Putting down the scan grenade to make sure that CMT on the run up to the hollows. But keep in mind, that's where Dog had gone. There could be another fight up in the north while Lit see Bap, and Bap have been golden. They've been farming. They've been waiting. They are now ready for the fight up against Lit as they miss the pulls. Vortex Charm does not land, but little damage is actually done to Bap. They're able to absorb it all, and they do way more to Krillo. Vortex Charm from Pine onto Lit as they're over the abyss. They've got no way out of this one. They soared too high. They fought against Bap, who win victoriously. The golden child in this fight as Krillo tries to get into the jet stream to survive. But Height could not get the chains to land. He'll have to let the prey escape.
I really love how aggressive BAP is in these kinds of situations where they do not give up on the kills. I mean, minus Krillo, they were just chasing him down, and they wanted to keep going. You could see that. But anyway, Snarskis, they do see Krillo over here. Krillo trying to get, but the Storm is helping him out a lot here, being able to get away. Puts up the jump pad. Lime Team goes into CMT.
Back. Good punch back. And keep in mind, Pamu is just trying to make sure they can get the crown proc, which they do off of Lollipop, but they immediately get popped back. They got a lot of damage, and it's going to be Starsky who's taken down, while Bap, who still hold on inside of the circle. CMT are down to one. You've got to run. You've got to hurry. You got to scurry. But no, they can't get back in a hurry. CMT and BG are both down.
Flame Dev has been popping off this whole game, but only the Storm is what actually took him down. He cannot run away from the Storm.
And nor can you run away from BAP when they are playing it with full rage. They're looking to win this game. Protofo hopped on to Tog, but grounded by the Bolas, and then Spade with the help of Hyde. Spike down Protofo as 10 still in the middle. Dog 2, they want something. They want to find some bit of scrap to be able to get into this fight, but it's going to be BAP threatening to send in Hyde into the corridor that 10 control.
You know, I'm really happy seeing BAP here because they, in the beginning of the first couple of weeks of Scrims, they were struggling to get a good team comp going. But I think what's his name, Pine, he's been a bit more happy on the Zeph lately. He was struggling. He was playing KP for a while, but I think this is a pretty good meta for them right now.
Feels like they've been able to find a really good composition for the team. Feeling really confident. Height playing either Brawl or Wukong. We saw the Wukong earlier today before it got banned. Looking really good on any one of those ones that has a dunk. As right now, he's looking to see if he can dunk on to RTK, but he was able to surge away. Still.
Speaking of metas, RTK doesn't care. He's still playing on the Jewel despite her being really bad in this meta. Same thing with TNN. You know, this is like an anti-meta comp right here. Myth 2. Good on them for sticking to their guns.
Saying doesn't matter, and they're still finding a lot of top finishes despite it. So regardless, doesn't matter. They'll play what they're confident in, while Spade sends out the Fusillade into the back line and then snaps back with a Blink Dagger. But Orbs of Argus, always going to be key, because you can heal back up if you are not defeated quickly. And they make sure that BAP, they sent so much at them, they had to reel back and keep by their base camp.
Now here's the one bad thing about Eva is that if you're not winning engagements and you just have to keep going back and healing, you will be losing your armor. So you can see the armor difference between BAP and TNN 10 here. I mean,
ooh, as there was that
nuke. I don't think it really does much. Oh, it's to get rid of the
base camp. Yep. So now they don't have that way to build that back up, but immediately Height puts down a
Jet
new
ski
base camp.
creeping around.
They've got the chains. There's going to be the nuke. 10 have been separated. Not looking so good for them. Do they realize? Yes, of course they do. That's why they try to go for Dylan, but he was able to heal them back up. And now they're locked in. The cross-country storm is going to force their hand, and they separated Beckon with the Sinner's Embrace, but they're all targeted onto Evo, who somehow slips right between the Tingers until Dog shows up out of nowhere. 10, it looked beautiful, but they've been pounced upon by a new predator in town.
Looking like this is their opportunity to come in. They want to get it, but not getting much off. However, Jet Ski is getting caught out a little bit out of position.
Oh, and I just realized Lemur is playing his Celeste this game. So they're really looking for this last game victory. Dog,
What's he been playing?
He's been, I mean, honestly, Lemur's been playing everything. So,
okay,
finishing it off with Celeste. Always a fun treat for us. Right now,
ooh, I love this choke.
Just got up that level up for the exotic armor out of Spades. BAP. They're feeling strong though. Even with the satchel launched at them, Height goes aggressively, trying to make sure that even with Mirror Vigil on the other side, it's going to be the Fusillade. Here's the chilling finale. They've been locked in. They do barely get away. They don't get stunned up. They get a lot of damage onto Mirror Vigil with the frozen barricade, keeping them at bay. Chains connected. Nobody following up. Instead, it's going to be Mirror Vigil. First one down. Tsunami out. Same with Jet Ski. Who do they want to focus on? They're not going to be able to get either of these dogs who barely get away with their tail tucked between their legs.
Meanwhile, Lit's over here just chilling, having
just
a good time, licking their wounds from the previous fight.
Right now,
they're ready for this one, though.
Yeah, they were vibing for a long time. Mega Avalanche can lock in BAP, but they do avoid it. Frozen Barricade pushing them into the storm, but only a little bit of damage. Not nearly enough to actually lock down BAP. And BAP will stay far away from that while they reset the cooldowns. Wait out the fight. Vortex Charm missing. Chain puts in Height right into the middle of the two teammates. Might be able to get some damage, and now Spade has gone into the back line, but he snaps back, waiting for Dog, who now, again, look for another fight. But it is going to be Lit, trying to get back to the Eat Plat and stay safe.
It's good for Lit, because they were in the middle of that sandwich. They did not want to be the meat, and they did avoid that situation. That's really good for them. Now we're just going to relax a bit. People putting up camps, trying to get some more gear. What's that team's name? I can't see them. Dog. They're just chilling, looking out. They do have a little bit of a bad position in the water, but I think they'll be fine. Where's the circle at? The circle, everyone's in it, so they're fine.
But that is a
This
wild
very little land, though.
circle. Exactly. So I don't know if teams really want to fight that much, but Team someone does. Spade wanted to at first, and then it's like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to go back. And now a nuke. I think that was launched at them by Pine, and then another one.
Here.
Oh, had that been simultaneously? I wonder if they could have looked for the fight up against Lit.
How many nukes are there?
3.
This is too many.
3 is a lot, and I think there's going to be more, because I have a feeling that just maybe that BAP have a lot of gold.
Oh, look at this circle, though.
Oh.
I did not realize this is cross country.
Yeah, final game.
I do like Lemur's position here. He's just being able to poke and protect his team from the other 3 guys. It's gonna be a little hard for them to come in, but as you can see, they can just he's just poking them away, and then he just retreats back to his main island.
But they'll be fine for now. They can wait it out. Cross-country storm. They have that little bit of land, and they're just waiting for it to be in the circle before they're gonna jump. There it is. Jump pad placed down by Bap. They're gonna be there pretty quickly. But Lit try to see if they can meet them at the landing. Push back, looking for the sun, but the chain has connected, keeping them at bay. Now Dog finding the fight against Bap, but no Vortex Charm to land. Instead, it's going to be the chains dragging them back with the Mega Avalanche getting locked down onto Jet Ski, but not enough damage has actually been able to stick onto Bap members. They've been able to survive the first onslaught, but now they've got to try for another re-entrance onto land. There's the jump pad on the E-plat. They'll give him a second chance to look for that fight up against Lit. Lit's still there. They've already sent Krillo on the other side with the Fusillade coming in from Spade, destroying heals. Even with Lemur trying to put down the barricade, it's they who have to get onto the E-plat. That wasn't even their land to begin with, and it's disappeared beneath their feet. Heals might get bought back up, but with the frozen barricade again, for a chilling finale. And the heal onto heals in the nick of time, but the drag back in with the Vortex Charm immediately puts them back into Wisp, while Dog have separated down in the south in the fight up against Bap, putting their own frozen barricade around, but they have to get around the wall because they need to stay safe, while Lit have gotten the team fully back on their feet for a 3rd round.
How is Lit still up on 3? They got 2 revives and all that chaos. That is crazy.
I mean, right now, it is looking like a crazy fight as Lit. They go back over to where they had been before. Bap already in the circle's gridlock, as are circle dunks. A lot less prevalent in this circle.
Yeah, this is a much more comfortable spot. However, what's his name? Spades. Yeah, go ahead.
Chilling finale, it didn't connect, but Dog, they found the fight on the heels on the other side. Second win, trying to push him back. Lots of damage on the Lemur, but Krillo has been separated, and now they're trying to see if they can get on top of Lemur. Lemur sliced through the tree, it's gone. Frozen barricade, pushing him away, but Dog have already passed the anomaly to get to safety. Lemur somehow has made it out alive, but the gridlock is not your safety. Anomaly right in the middle, respawn beacon, there's no way in hell that's actually gonna work with a Justice Punch Haymaker from Tsunani. Blast off though, a little preemptive. You needed to hold on to that with the Vortex Charm. They've been able to push Hype back into the storm, getting a little bit of damage while Dog try to get around. Where's Krillo this whole time? Fusillade has been popped. They've been able to take down nearly 2 members of Dog. Well, it's going to be Tsunani. Chase, they found him. They've got Krillo in the fight up against Pine, but now the rest of Bap, the reinforcements have collapsed. The Napalm going to go wide as Krillo cannot get out of this alive. It's just going to be Jet Ski against Bap.
He gets the crown, runs away. He might be able to get a kill here to get this team back in the game, but it's gonna be very hard.
I was like, how are you gonna get a
climb here?
I don't know where you're gonna go to be able to find that kill as you get spiked, pushed around, bullied, and Bap.
I wanted to
final
see it, though.
game. Yeah.
What an incredible game. I have one question.
Yeah, what up?
Where is TLD? That's what I want to know. Where's Phenom?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's the Abador? Where are they, man? I haven't seen them.
I don't know either, actually. That one,
No,
maybe.
so where's MB, bro? Where's MB? Someone please tell me where MB, because even I don't know, okay?
Oh, my goodness. You heard it here. Oh, MB. Disappointing.
I know. We've been busy lately.
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately.
That is very fair. But speaking of busy, I am tired. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Luna, for joining.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, of course.
Yo, Zikrik is streaming right now, so all right, you know where we're going.
All right, let's go. Bro, this guy gets like 3 raids every day.
Yeah, because it's Zikrik.
He deserves it, though. He deserves it.
Exactly. That's like it's Zikrik.
Like, I'll raid him after training grounds, and then Lemur will raid him, and
Good.
so
Good.
you're gonna raid him,
Yeah.
and then Lemur's gonna raid him again.
Good. As it should be, because it is well deserved. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Kaya, for joining
Yeah,
for
of
the
course.
cast. And thank you, everybody out there, for watching.